Chat's all Beekler.
Right.
Beekler. Because I've never heard that before, chat. I never heard it after that movie came out for 5 years straight.
Oh, no. All through high school, right?
High school, friends, parties. It's like, oh, God, you think you're the first one who said that.
Well, hey, we're early.
My teachers did it to me.
Oh, good.
But, I mean, a lot of times it was that case because I wasn't there. Every day was Gary Beekler's day off.
No.
Yeah, but I wasn't like having some coming of age with my best friend who realized he hated his father and went somewhere with my true love. I just got really high.
One way to survive school. Hey, at least we're early because yesterday it was a full 30 minutes before you guys started. It was I was in the chat. It was fun. We had a good time.
That's
waiting
great.
for you.
Sorry
It's
about
like
that.
It's like a promo for your book, Waiting for Nerdrotic.
A little business before, because our OBS got reset, X-Ray Girl, you need to go through all the settings.
Again, it got reset?
Did you go through like all of them? You have to go through bitrate and everything. Have you guys done that? Have you and Garrett done that?
I assumed Garrett did.
See, this is this assuming thing that I got to teach these guys not to do ever.
All right.
Yeah,
I'll check it after.
I think that's why we're getting our streams are getting errors and stuff. That's why.
Okay.
Yeah, but okay. Now I'm gonna go back to not knowing anything about streaming and being a boomer. Hi, everybody. What's up? What's up? Yeah. Yesterday was. I think I'm getting sick, dude. That's just trying to deny it. My wife is totally sick right now.
Everyone I know is sick,
and I've been trying to deny it. And no, I'm not getting sick. I'm getting sick.
I was about to say she said the same thing 2 days ago that you said today.
Yeah, she did. She's like, I don't have time to get sick, and now she's like, she can't even talk.
Who's gonna do? Who will host FNT?
Me,
right?
Gary,
are you sure?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm not gonna let
done it through worse.
Yeah, I've done it through way worse. I'm not gonna let those knuckleheads. Only if I'm like in a different country or there's a death in the family. Am I gonna let those knuckleheads run that show? You kidding me?
Yeah. But Ryan, when he did it, it was.
Oh, I got everybody told me that Ryan should take over, and then everybody told me Spock should take over, and maybe they're right. Maybe Spock.
Yeah, maybe the two of them.
Maybe Spock and Ryan will run FNT this weekend.
If you're sick and can't host,
I'll be fine.
Put Spock in the chair as a tribute to you, please.
What I can do is I can do the show laying down on the floor and then just have Spock on the chair.
Yes.
Just bring your microphone down there.
Yeah.
I'm dying, but I'm here.
Now, who's going to be in the chair for the Super Bowl? What a boring Super Bowl.
Dude, thank you for saying that. Like Seattle, I would have to say the most boring team in the NFL. Maybe them and the Cardinals.
All I care about are the
who are the most boring, like it's sports ball, but boring teams. Top 5 boring teams. Texans, stupid fucking name. Seahawks, just always been boring. Cardinals, because the only thing unboring about them is they just sucked forever. Carolina Panthers? And now it's got to be the Washington Commanders. The Washington Commanders.
Yes.
Commanders.
What a terrible name.
Yeah, Titans. Titans is at least a little better than Commanders. Like Titans is Greek, but Oilers is better. Oilers was cool.
Can I share something with you, Gary, to prep everyone?
The NFL is so fucking gay now. I don't know why anybody watches it. I really don't.
Awful.
I haven't missed it at all. Like at all.
How has it got so bad so fast? And I'm gonna watch it for the commercials. I only care about the commercials.
How long is that going to last? I mean, okay, we can talk about like why. Well, in a second, we'll talk about why Marvel hasn't put any commercials on for their 2 biggest movies this year, And that should be a real bad sign for the Super Bowl. Like a super bad sign for the Super Bowl.
Let this be a quick lesson for you that don't know about football. This'll teach you.
Yeah, here you go.
Okay.
Good, all right, pick it up, run with it, run! Yes, no.
Sound familiar? A burst of joy, then a painful moan. More joy, more pain, all building toward one final moment of ecstasy or utter despair. This is the life of the football fan. And if you're like me, who happens to be in love with a football fan, this is part of your life too. I was a football airhead. I knew nothing about the game or communicating with its adoring followers. My ignorance was neither charming nor amusing. It's hard to realize how really, really big
How long is this, Chris?
field is.
It's like 2 minutes.
Big,
Okay.
almost as long as most shopping malls. Imagine throwing a package from Macy's to Sears and having your friend catch it. Now imagine while you're trying to throw the goods, the 11 biggest, strongest shoppers in the mall are charging at you, determined to bring you down. Let's say you're the X's and the other team is the O's. We'll call you the kisses and the other guys the hugs. You can run the ball or pass the ball or both to get your 10 yards. Let me give you an analogy. Let's say you're playing a game in which you're given a list of 10 swimsuits. You've got to find all 10 swimsuits that fit you in your size on clearance sale, and you can only go into 4 stores to accomplish the mission. If you do this, you get another list of 10 more sale items to shop for in another 4 stores. In football logic, you'd say, first store. Have fun.
First store. Well, there you go. That
Wow.
teaches you
That's
how football works.
From a bygone era where women just shopped. We used to be a proper country.
Yeah.
We still do.
Women
You
shop.
just don't leave.
What? But seriously,
shop
I
at home.
guarantee if you go to the organization of the NFL, look in the marketing department, look in they hired a chief. I forget what it's called. A chief nice officer.
A chief gay officer.
No, there literally is a role at the NFL.
A CGO.
No, it's the CKO, Chief Kindness Officer.
Oh, God.
This is real.
It's
No,
so
Gary,
lame.
this is real. This is women getting into men's spaces and fucking ruining everything, ruining Star Trek.
Vince Lombardi
Star
would
Wars,
punch them in the dick.
I'm gonna find this article. There's got to be an article about Chief Kindness Officer is a real role at the NFL. Here, oh my God, yeah. And just look at this guy's. You gotta look at this guy's face. Tell me what you notice about the Chief Kindness Officer in the NFL. This is from Inc. How the NFL's first Chief Kindness Officer announced his new job on LinkedIn. And there's the man. Looks very happy.
I don't miss the NFL.
Yeah, look at this. Chief Kindness Officer. What the hell? I mean,
I'm going to just come out and say it. Ray Rice did nothing wrong. I'm just kidding.
I mean, everything from like, okay, breast cancer, the pink shoes, this, it's too much. Football is for men. And if women can enjoy the spectacle, the game, and the alcohol and the
they always
food,
did. They were fine. It was, but it's like everything else, dude.
And women can have their stupid shit that we don't care about, which is a lot.
It is funny and interesting how that concussion thing just went away because they put an extra. They found some extra padding on a helmet, and it's totally gonna stop.
Yeah. All
the concussions and the brain damage. It's like such bullshit. Oh God.
So I'm not pumped about the game. And
No.
they leaked what I think is the best commercial with William Shatner.
Oh, the brand one?
Yeah, the Raisin Bran, which
Yeah.
I love Raisin Bran.
Yeah, but it kind of bummed everybody out, and me too, that like him eating a cereal. That picture of him eating a cereal bowl was totally fake and set up.
Yeah, it was it was manufactured viral moment.
They may have like Nerd Cookie said, they may have CTE, but at least they're kind in their dementia.
Yeah, exactly.
Aw.
Hey, nerd cookies. Oh my! I watch every.
Look
one of
look
her
into the
videos.
story of Junior Seau if you want to know what how bad that gets.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
and how
Not
he
to
took
mention-
and how he took himself out, and it wasn't like the fastest way possible. It was brutal, and that was like
Not to mention the knees. When you see older NFL players, their knees are all like blown out.
Shot. Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you guys seen the Jurassic Park commercial for the internet company Xfinity? I think is how you say it. I don't know.
I haven't seen. I've heard
It's
about it.
really good.
It's
I
funny.
liked it.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
I can't wait for the
do you have
commercial.
it? Do you have the commercial up ready to go?
I do.
Yeah.
Let's
If you
watch
want
it.
to
Let's
share
watch it. Let's watch a commercial, everybody.
But I'm not excited at all.
No, I'm going to completely skip it. I'm not going to watch a second of it.
I am gonna watch it out
I'm
of
not gonna watch a
habit.
second of it. I
Yeah,
got
but
better
not
things to do.
not the halftime show. Halftime show. I'm gonna watch. What are you doing, Gary, for halftime? Nerdrotic?
I might do a Spock action figure halftime show.
Right.
Yeah, why not?
Do it.
Bring him
All
back.
right, this is good. I liked it.
What did I touch?
You didn't
Oh,
touch
no.
anything. We're stopped.
Fences are failing all over the park. John. I can't get Jurassic Park back online without...
Whoa,
Is that
this place
AI?
is awesome. By the way, you should have plugged this in.
I think we're back in business. Guys, that could have been bad.
So we're good. Well, this is going to be a lovely weekend.
How did you do this? I'll show you.
If you like pina colada.
That salt script made me feel 33 years younger.
Are you getting good signal out here?
Oh, thank you, Grace. Yes, Wi-Fi finds a way.
He's doing the pose.
Oh,
He's
God.
doing the pose.
I'll take it. My arms are longer. Do the roar again.
That's one big pile of shrimp.
Mr. Hammond, after careful consideration, I've decided to happily endorse your park.
That's good.
A whole new species of Wi-Fi at the
That-
same price for 5 years.
Okay, that's the best commercial. That
Mhm.
is the best commercial.
And they're letting them out early. So that's the deal is, I used to be excited. Super Bowl used to mean good trailers. We're going to get some good trailers to react to. The two ones I care about, I want to see the most. I can't say the movies I care about the most aren't going to be on the Super Bowl. And why? Because why pay that much money when you could actually make money off your commercials now?
On YouTube.
Like, on YouTube. Why would you do that? Like, and most companies, especially since they're tightening their belt and they're all in debt, and they're going to start realizing, oh, I don't really need to do that. Now, certain advertiser, it's the most watched live event in, I can't say the world. I don't know. There's probably some European soccer sport that probably gets watched more. World Cup, probably. Does that get watched more than the Super Bowl? I don't know.
Probably. Who knows?
Yeah, you know why soccer is popular around the world? It's because that's the only sport most people can afford. So
Yeah,
it's
exactly.
fair enough. Fair enough.
It's
Like-
for the poors.
Yeah. Like football, you got to like basically put on your armor and it costs a small fortune. FIFA like what's the most watched singular sport event in the world? Is it the Super Bowl or is it something else?
I don't know, but in America, it's the Super Bowl, and they have just completely.
And the only
cut
place that
ball.
counts, it's the Super Bowl. I agree.
Yeah, exactly,
I
exactly.
agree.
But the commercials is a big part of it, and then there's I love the companies that say they have a band commercial, and then they play their commercial as a band Super Bowl commercial.
It's the Seattle Snores versus the New England. They were much sexier with Bill Belichick and Tom Brady.
Yeah.
The New England nobodies versus, I'm going to get so much shit for this. Listen, Patriots fans, I'm happy after your long-suffering, 7 years, you're back into the Super Bowl to get your 7th fucking ring. All Patriots fans.
Yeah, look, try being a Lions fan like myself. They've never been to the Super Bowl.
Yeah, God, that's the one. I think the Chargers actually got one on you. We've been to the Super Bowl.
It's kind of a bucket list thing. I will go to the Super Bowl if the Lions are in it. I'll have a nosebleed seat. I don't care. I just want to be there, experience it. So
I tell you, I've been to 3 Super Bowls.
Really?
Yeah, I went to a really fucking good one. I went to How?
I said, wow, that's a lot.
I've been to 3.
That's crazy.
Denver Redskins, Broncos Redskins in San Diego, Dolphins Redskins in Pasadena.
Nice.
David Woodley, John Riggins. That was a good Super Bowl. Saw Doug Williams, the Doug Williams Super Bowl, and then the Chargers get curb stomped by Steve Young, who was absolutely amazing, like God tier quarterbacking that game. Like, did nothing wrong. It's kind of unbelievable. But and the Niner fans were so nice. They were like, cute little Charger fan. It's good that you got here, kiddo. But they were actually really cool fans. So I've been to 3. And the one thing about them, they're slogs. Going to those things live are slogs because the commercial breaks are longer. So you're just sitting there fucking watching nothing for a long portion of time. It's bad.
It's got to interrupt the pace of the game. Yeah. They're all jacked and pumped ready to go. And then they've got those long breaks. I do like the commercials. I like when they were funny, like the "What's Up." The Bud Bowl was great with the stop motion animated Bud.
But
bottles.
The thing is, like,
that was fun.
The commercials could be cultural phenomenon, but that is a 20th century model. That is not.
That doesn't happen.
Not happening.
Nope, not anymore.
And even what's the most interesting commercial right there? Nostalgia. Fucking going back 30, 40 years to a movie. I mean, we are stuck. As much as I like that stuff, we are stuck, and we're not doing anything new, not even with fucking commercials.
Yeah. Yeah, but I'm going to watch. It's tradition. I watch presidential debates. I watch the Oscars. I like these big events, although all of them are diminishing in significance. The Grammys, dude, that was a shit show. The Grammys was an embarrassment, a disaster. Lady Gaga wore an outfit, looked like she was like a demon.
Pull up that tweet I put up last night. Somebody put it. It is so fucking
I saw
funny.
that. That was real.
Did you see Cher? Did you see Cher was out of it? She announced the wrong thing. She got a Lifetime Achievement Award. Then she wandered off stage. Then they brought her back like you're presenting an album of the year.
She's probably got dementia. She's 95 years old.
And then she announced, yes, it was great. I love it. That was awesome. Yeah.
That is perfect.
Yeah.
It's so fucking perfect, dude. It's almost like they cosplayed it. It is so good. And yes, it's drugs. Everybody was on drugs. And
Cher was out of her mind. I mean, that you don't show the clip, you'll get copyright.
Fucking bad.
But watch it.
The state of music is pretty bad.
It's awful.
Pretty bad.
It's awful.
Like, I'm going to separate like Bad Bunny's politics from his music and say objectively, fucking mid at best.
Yeah.
Like I guess he tries to do something interesting, but he's fucking mumbling. It's all that mumble shit. So like, yeah, music is just degraded to nothingness.
And he's gonna do it in a dress.
And it used to be the I would say the highest art form is music. I would say like, you want to talk pinnacle, you want to talk cultural, that really not ran. Yes, it did. It ran generations for a long time.
Yeah.
It was the internet. It was everything and I think the millennials were probably the last generation to be like a music generation. where that drove the culture, and it doesn't drive the culture anymore.
Nope.
It's
And then
background music.
You've got the most simple-minded, dumb people spouting their political beliefs. That Billie Eilish speech, what? Such a hypocrite. Where she talks about stolen land. I mean, I'm glad she's getting
tore up because her big old mansion is on Native American land. But like, listen, and I roast her to death. And I guess the tribe is like, hey, we're ready to come back. And that's great. That's awesome. I think it's
go to her
fucking
house.
funny. And I love that the tribe is trolling her. But I'm going to be that guy right now. They're the last people we know of that were on that land. They were not the natives. They immigrated there. There was a race of people long before who were originally here who were wiped out. Multiple races of people, but two that we know, well, one that we know of, Clovis. So they're not the first. That's why a lot of that shit gets poo-pooed, by the way, because it really does fuck with the establishment of, they say native, and they're not fucking native. They're just the latest people. Or they were here before us, but they either conquered or took land that belonged to somebody else beforehand because they fucking died out or something like that. But yeah, they weren't like the first people here. That's bullshit. Always been bullshit. It's not a conspiracy. There's Clovis, and now we have tons and tons of evidence that there were hominid species, humanoids, and others here before. Long before they were here. Long before. So they can say native land and stolen land all they fucking want. They stole it too.
I just think that too many terrible ideas have seeded in so-called mainstream pop culture that are corrosive and disheartening.
Yeah, and then it gets like respouted by window lickers, like functionally retarded people.
Yeah.
Right. You can have that political mindset, but still be smart about it. Right. But when you go like, nobody's illegal on stolen land, and everybody's like, okay, Billy, we're coming to your house. An house that's protected by a security company. I'm guessing there's armed security. I already know that she's had restraining orders against stalkers and stuff like that, which, that we should. But using her logic, they should be allowed in.
Well, it's like a land acknowledgement that they do at film festivals, or they do a land acknowledgement for the Oscars. They don't air it on television.
Do they do it for the Clovis people and the possibly the Denisovans? I say Denisovans. What about Neanderthal? Do they do a land acknowledgement for the Neanderthals?
Yeah,
because they were here too. Why don't they? They were intelligent. They had culture.
I did the 23andMe. I'm part Neanderthal.
That's the least surprising news I've heard today. I'm just kidding.
Oh my God. I'm also part Ukrainian. So there you go. We got a little Ukrainian in there.
So you have the genes of a 23-year-old potential OnlyFans model.
Yeah. I'm just like a bunch of European stuff.
Yeah.
That's
I did. I am just European. I am pretty white.
Yeah.
I'm pretty white. I got a little Italian. But it's the white, the white Italian.
There you go.
There you go.
Well, I'll tell you, Super Bowl this weekend. There's not
totally miss it. Gonna not watch a second of it. I'll wait till the trailers will hit the fucking internet within seconds, so I don't have to sit through it and I can watch Stargate.
Yeah, they'll be on YouTube like 30 seconds after they air on the Super Bowl.
Yeah, and I was waiting for I wanted to do a Spider-Man Doomsday React. I was like, that was circled on my calendar and it's not happening. So it's like, all right, maybe Odyssey. I think, what trailers are we getting? We're getting Odyssey.
I don't know.
Project Hail Mary, probably. There should be an article, X-Ray Girl.
There's no big debut.
Yeah, there's no streaming, no Rings of Power.
There's nothing we haven't seen. So it's
chat,
just,
yes, Beekler is a German name. It is very much a German name, but I'm adopted. So, although I keep that name, that is my family name to honor my father forever. So, the father who raised me, right? My dad.
There you go.
Yep.
But yeah, I there are no trailers that are premieres where we haven't seen anything already. And you're right, YouTube, you can monetize monetize the trailer. And
do you know how much do you know how much money Disney makes on a trailer that gets 62 million views? Like it is a lot. Let's just say a lot. It's okay. It is the difference between paying for an ad and just dropping it on your own channel, and like it is very profitable venture.
Now we've got this Michael trailer. The new Michael trailer drop.
Let's just say I don't want to out Mahler. Mahler could probably buy a small house for his 17-hour review.
That's great.
I think it's hit 1 million. Is it hit 1 million? Is it close to 1 million? But the important part of YouTube, as you know, Chris, is minutes watched. Views are great. Views are awesome. It's minutes watched. Make all the difference in the world. That's the metric. That's the
well, I'll say, having seen that Michael trailer, it reminds me of a time where the music industry was relevant and influential in mainstream pop culture, meaning with everybody. Even I saw Melania. I'm gonna review it Friday on Film Thread.
Maybe
it's not as great. It's not as great as people say. It's not as bad as people say. But she loves Michael Jackson. Everybody loved Michael Jackson music. He brought people together. And having watched that trailer, it reminds me of a time like, everyone generally liked certain musical acts and personalities.
Do you think are people
we don't have that now.
Are people like kind of over the fact that he did anything to kids? Do you think that's the public sentiment has swayed in his favor, that he was just kind of a weirdo trying to relive his childhood? And there's been plenty of kids that say he didn't touch me, he never did anything to me.
Well, definitely a weirdo, but even like Joe Jackson, the father, right? They say that he may have like chemically castrated Michael, so he kept the high pitched voice. That's why he talked sung like that. Did you know that, Gary?
I did not know that. I did not know that.
So that's gonna come out I don't know if that'll come out in the movie, but that's why Michael always had that voice, because he was chemically castrated by his dad to keep that voice as the lead singer.
I was never like, I didn't hate Michael Jackson. Like, always respected like what he did. I just didn't like pop music. Just not a pop music fan at all in any way, shape, or form. But you can like be that way and acknowledge that he was still the king of pop and sold a bunch of records and absolutely a musical genius and wrote his own shit. So he wasn't like fake, right? That's the part I could respect as an artist.
Where I come from, I was a Jackson 5 fan. Love the Jackson 5. When Michael went solo, not a fan. And it was way too pervasive, meaning you couldn't turn on MTV or the radio without hearing it. So I kind of got sick of it. But I acknowledge, like you, he brought people together, all ages. It didn't matter.
It didn't matter. I sat down and watched the Thriller premiere. That was huge when they premiered that on MTV. Yep. John Landis directed it. It was like, that was huge. Big. But yeah, it's like, and I liked that he had Eddie Van Halen play on one of his songs. You know, I thought that was kind of cool. But that was it. That was it. I was more of a Prince guy, to be honest with you, because Prince was fucking rock and roll. You know,
same. That was my high school.
Prince shredded. Yeah,
that was my high school years. Was Prince. So these are the trailers. Nothing pops up. Maybe Disclosure Day, but are we going to see anything different than what we saw?
I have high hopes for the movie, but like the first trailer did not sell me. I'm going to be real.
Same.
I was like,
digital.
It looked too digital and weird, and I didn't know what the fuck was going on. And please don't show me the plot. I'm fine with that, but you know what? It shows where Spielberg is now. Comparatively to Close Encounters of the Third Kind was filled with wonder. Like, at that time, the way that movie hit, it was like, this is the first serious look. We're going to take UFOs seriously. Like, what if a UFO landed in our world right now? That's what that movie was. Still the best UFO movie ever. Great soundtrack. Great directing. If you want to know where JJ got his lens flares from, it was from that movie, by the way. Yeah, I know. Well, Douglas Trumbull, he equated it to Spielberg, but it's Douglas Trumbull who did the lens flares, but he did them perfect. He did them. Douglas Trumbull, greatest effects man ever. Ever. Blade Runner, Close Encounters of the Third Kind, 2001: A Space Odyssey. Douglas Trumbull, the GOAT. Okay, so yeah, Mandalorian and Grogu is the only one I'm curious about, just to see how bad it is.
It looks bad. That new trailer, Gary,
Bro,
it looks awful.
Do you want to see where our culture is right now? This is the Super Bowl. So this is the it for trailers, Chris. And we have Scream 7, Minions 3, which is the most reasonable one. Toy Story 5.
Close Encounters 2.
Close Encounters 2.
Yeah. That's what Disclosure Day is, like a sequel.
The only one that makes sense is Super Mario Galaxy, because the last one made $1 billion. So it deserves a sequel, and Nintendo fans love their Nintendo. They really do. They hold it tight. They hold it tight and they love it. I don't get it. That's me.
I'm not excited about any of these.
Excited about any movie on that list? No. What's Hoppers?
That's a Pixar movie. It's like Avatar, but with animals.
Michael? They've already had a movie called Michael.
No, Michael. That's the Michael Jackson.
Oh, sorry. Duh.
Yeah.
We were just talking about it. I was thinking of Michael the Angel movie.
Yeah. But Hoppers, is a new Pixar.
Oh,
I think Michael. Biopics usually suck, though, man.
Well, it's a 2-part biopic. The first part is like the rise, and second part is the fall.
Is it called Jackson? Is the second movie called
second
Jackson?
part Jackson. I have no idea actually, but it's the director has done some good stuff. Antoine Fuqua.
He's great.
So, and the trailer in a theater gets a good reaction.
He's doing a project coming up that I'm super excited about. Can't fucking wait to tell you. He's working on something that's fucking great.
Can you say it?
No, I wish I could. I wish I could tell you something like Pierce Brosnan, Michelle Pfeiffer, Spy, King. I wish I could tell you stuff.
All right. I'll wait.
Mark Miller comic. I wish I could tell you things.
Oh, okay. Cool.
I wish.
I got a hint.
I just got to throw out random words and hope you put them together. But yeah. Be excited about that one. Yeah. It's a really good spy comic. I would say it's King. You want your old man Bond? This is about as close as you'll get. Aside from The Rock, of course. We already had it with The Rock. But this will be another old man Bond. Another old man Bond. Oh my God, I'm just going to say King of Spies.
Good.
That's what it's called. It's from the writer of The Kingsman. Yes.
Yeah. Hey, I know Disney's had some upheaval of late.
Oh my God.
Did you see what sorry, I was going to say, did you see what Rob Liefeld commented?
He must be ripping the shit out of it. So Rob Liefeld, I enjoy him tearing apart Kevin Feige. I love it. We have to keep in mind it's because he didn't get invited to a party. Okay, so I can enjoy his roasts and think it's incredibly petty and cringe that you're doing this because you didn't get invited to a fucking party. And the fact, and I do love it, but then there's also, he's got to flex that he created Deadpool and did all these other fucking things all the fucking time. It's like, bro, act like you've been there before. You did create Deadpool. Now, did you create the Deadpool that we see on screen, Rob Liefeld? Or did Joe Kelly help with that? And Ed McGuinness help with that? Like, you know, the smart talking, fourth wall breaking Deadpool. Did Rob Liefeld solely create that? No, he did not. He's a co-creator of Deadpool when it comes to that. Now, I have tons of respect for him because he's actually made a lot out of what I would think honestly, I don't like his art. I don't like his art. And a lot of people don't like his art. And that's fine. But he did do something significant. They went out, they started Image. He started Deadpool. Of course, they all flamed out at Image too. Let's keep that in mind. We conveniently leave out that most of the Image founders completely flamed out and sold out. But they did found Image Comics, which is now nothing. But yeah, it was fun for a while. He was in commercials, and he can roast Kevin Feige all day, and I'll use clips from his podcast is pretty good. But like, for a guy who's accomplished so much, he's still kind of insecure. Act like you've been there before, buddy.
Everyone in Hollywood is like that.
Yeah.
That's something I learned when I did like junkets for G4. I'd interview celebrities, and they have a lot of insecurities, a lot. This is from Rob Liefeld. Iger made the worst deal. 7 years later, people see the light. Hollywood elevates complete morons. He's talking about the two people they elevated, and you're hiring from within.
Yeah.
Nothing will change.
Gee, I wonder who's been calling Bob Iger a fucking weatherman and saying all he does is buy shit and fucking ruin it for, I don't know, going on 10 years now. Like, everybody in this fucking chat, anybody in our sphere, everybody's been saying it. But thank you for the hot take. I like Rob Liefeld, but it gets a little, it's like, bro, and then you're going out there and calling one battle after another the greatest film of the last 10 years. It's like,
did he say that?
Fuck out of here. Yeah, get out of here.
Oh, man.
So, yeah, Iger made the worst deal. He made the worst deals.
Yeah.
Mr. Liefeld. 7 years later, people see the light. Have people seen the light, Rob? I don't think so.
Yeah, you're right.
I really don't. I would love to say yes, but they still get tons of investors. They're still on, Disney's in tons of portfolios in 401ks, and they are some of the most low information investors who just look at bottom lines and don't look at cultural impact of something that makes entertainment. That is supposed to be their primary duty on this planet, is to make movies and entertainment and then monetize that with parks and merchandise. But what they are now, and I think it was Barstool said this, and they were right, they're just a parks company. They're a cruise ship and a parks company. They are not a movie studio anymore, and haven't been for a while. That shit doesn't make them money at all.
Well, when you look at where the profit really is, that's it. Parks and cruises.
Yep.
They're an experiences company. And the fact that they're just milking the IP with relentless sequels, hardly anything new is created. That Hoppers movie from Pixar, that's unique. It's an original thing, but it's such a ripoff of Avatar. It's like, you haven't seen, I can't believe you haven't seen the trailer, Gary, for Hoppers. Hoppers.
I haven't even heard of it, but
well,
my kids are adults now, so I don't. Yeah,
I used to know about all that. I only know this from Alan, because Alan is everything like Pixar and Disney. He's aware of all this stuff.
Yeah,
so.
Rob Liefeld did become a comic artist at a very young age, and he accomplished something. He's a pretty decent businessman when it comes to making basically signing deals and making sure he gets his. I think he's better than most.
Yeah.
Better than most. Kirby didn't get the residuals that Rob Liefeld gets off of Deadpool, so he's really fucking smart in that department, and that's where he can brag. He can definitely brag about that. Hit the first image. What does it say?
Yeah, let's get into it. Here we go.
Larger forces at work too. Walden, who came to Disney as part of the $71.3 billion acquisition of most of the Fox empire back in 2019, embodies one of Iger's most debatable moves as CEO. He again defended the deal today, calling it ahead of its time and extremely well priced considering what's being offered for the Warner Brothers Discovery assets. The transaction brought Disney the Avatar, the X-Men properties, but also included Fox, Nat Geo, and the 20th Century Studio, which all compete with Netflix, Amazon, and the others in general interest audiences. Okay, I disagree with that. What they didn't mention there was Hulu. I think Hulu was a huge part of that deal.
Here, read this second part.
Okay, yeah. In the arms race, the company took on $26 billion in debt to finance the deal and ended up paying about $9 billion to Comcast to acquire the remaining part of Hulu. Even though that service is being folded into Disney Plus later this year, we've seen a dramatic downsizing of Disney's TV ambitions. The thing is, that's not true technically. Disney Plus is being folded into Hulu, and they're renaming Hulu Disney Plus. That's interesting.
Is that what?
Yes, Hulu's a bigger platform. Hulu is a bigger platform that gets more eyes on it, that has more versatility, that has more. I don't know about IP, but it definitely has higher quality shows than Disney Plus.
Mm-hmm.
And it was the second streaming service out there.
Yeah,
what is Disney Plus known for as far as TV shows? What is the highest quality Disney Plus show?
What's the hit that's on there? I'll tell you what was really good, and it's on YouTube for free. YouTube for free. It's a documentary. You would like this, Gary. It's called Disney Handcrafted. It's about the construction of Disneyland. It's an amazing doc.
But what?
It's really great. They're documentaries.
What does Disney Plus? The question is, what does Disney Plus have that would be considered a worldwide cultural phenomenon hit, or
nothing?
Even a hit?
Nothing.
Even a
nothing.
hit.
Nothing. This documentary is very cool. I, as a fan of old school Disney, love this doc.
I wonder if it's got the footage that they found. So I went to Pixar in 2011, and they had just unearthed some home movies, Walt Disney home movies of him building Disneyland.
This is what this is.
Yeah.
This is the entire documentary. They show an empty field, and it says 11 months till the opening of Disneyland. And they document building it. And the people that built it, no safety stuff, just guys on construction things. Everybody's smoking, people smoking. It's very much like fly on the wall watching Disneyland get.
Yeah, and he would hate
built.
What fucking happened. Like Disney was an artist. Disney was a creative who also happened to be a pretty good businessman, right?
Yeah,
but he was a creative first. Now we just have bankers who used to work for fucking Pepsi and Raytheon or whatever on the board of an entertainment company.
And what's weird about this, Disneyland is very much a tribute to what is great about America and Americana. Walt Disney, as you're well aware, was a patriot, loved America. What's shocking to me is this documentary talks about all of that. His love of America, his love of country. There's a tribute on a stone that Walt Disney reads. They go from an empty field to the opening of Disneyland. It's less than a year. This documentary, it's weird that Disney Plus put it on YouTube for free. Gary, when you're sick later today, you're sitting around with nothing to watch. You've watched Return of the Night of the Seven Kingdoms 7 times. Watch this documentary while you're sick.
I've watched it all the way through 3 times already.
Yeah, it's really good. That show's great.
Show's fucking banger. It is absolutely, especially when you watch all 3 episodes, like boom, boom, boom. So it will be best binged. Like if people want to wait till it's over, I understand that, but I would say definitely sit down and watch it. Back to Disney, because we need to get to these CEOs. So Dana Walden is like queen woke white woman. She is everything wrong with Hollywood. And what you said earlier was really important, Chris. They hired within. They did the worst possible thing they could do. They needed to hire an outside person who could gut this, who has the balls to gut this, and they didn't. They are going to be the same Disney, if not worse. It's just like Lucasfilm. Yeah. This is Dave Filoni taking over for Kathleen Kennedy. So Dana Walden's terrible. She's the one who fucked around with debates. She's a friend with Kamala Harris, so the message will still be pushed 100%. She's one of those people like, there's not enough women in Hollywood. It's like, bitch, you're an executive. What are you fucking talking about? You know, and she's still playing this victim card while you know, she encapsulates the woke white woman. She really does.
Yeah, it's really disheartening. There will be no shakeup, no change.
And then this other dude, I don't know if it's plastic surgery or something, but he looks very Hollywood. Let's just say that.
Yeah. There they are. There they are.
Yeah, that is oof. No, he looks like Liberace.
Yes.
Like a satanic Liberace.
Yeah.
Yeah. Those eyes look like they worship Moloch. I'm just saying, okay?
Yeah, that's why there will be no change in the current slop that Disney is putting out. Nothing will change. It's going to be Toy Story 6. It's going to be Elio 2. It's going to be whatever. It's going to just be more of the same. Very little. That's why you need to see this documentary, Gary. And everyone watching, please take my recommend on this. Disney Handcrafted will further remind you why current Disney sucks, why they're awful. When you look at the energy, the innovation we're going to do that have never been done. And the reason Walt Disney built this theme park is because he went to other amusement parks. They have ideas here, but it doesn't quite work. They were kind of like carnivals, you know, and he built something special, and it's a tribute to America. People forget that. It's just really funny because during the Disney 100-year anniversary, they put out that awful movie, Wish, and they rejected everything about what Walt Disney stood for. This will remind you what Walt Disney stood for, this documentary. Gary, when you're sick and resting up for FNT on Friday, where I'll be the guest that night, you can watch this documentary. 90 minutes. I went and saw it in a theater. It played in a theater in Burbank. I went to see it, and it was packed. Couldn't believe it. It was really awesome, inspiring doc.
So these two taking over, though, nothing will, like you said, nothing will change.
No, nothing
at all. And we have a strike possibly coming up. We have all this upheaval now, and all this upheaval is a direct result of what's happened to the last 5 years. So let's keep in mind that Hollywood has been in a slump for half a decade now. So that is long enough to where you start going, oh, they ain't coming. This isn't coming back. This is changing. I'm not going to say it's like all going to be in flames, but it's changing. The industry is not as prominent as it was. It will be fractured into pieces, and the production that has been eroding down, it's entropy. It's entropy. So the production has been eroding, and it's not going to get back. They're going to start selling off studios, which they've already done. And now it's cheaper to shoot in London than in Canada. So, I mean, and California can't, which is insane. It's insane that California can't compete with that, but it does make sense when you consider their leader. But that being said, they're going to have to deal with competition from their audience. You got Markiplier out there making a movie that's doing pretty well that, he financed himself, and that's going to inspire more people to do that. That's not always going to be good, but this is how it starts. This is how it starts. So this is the safest, dumbest move. If I was a shareholder, I'd be pissed, but most of them don't pay attention. Like, how could you be inspired by this?
Yeah. Look at this.
Does that guy look like he's going to come in and roll up his sleeves and like clean up Disney and get it back to its past prominence? Or is he just going to like manage the crash?
It's going to just, it'll be the same, but worse. My prediction.
Well, I mean, and Bob Iger, he's leaving early. That we can't discount that. He's leaving early. What was the last time he bailed out? Was before a catastrophe. So,
yeah, well, he's gonna keep the office with a shower.
I'm sure
we'll have that. So I don't know. I have no confidence at all.
No, of course not. It'll be really interesting to see where we are 2 years from now, when Disney will be probably the bottom studio. Like all the other studios will either be bought up or got their shit together, and they'll have understood at least that we need to start making something that people actually like. As critical as I have been of Warner Brothers, at least they've tried different things, and everything Disney touches turns to shit.
Mm-hmm.
So even the shows they inherited from FX, like Shogun and The Bear and stuff, they're all going to erode in quality and become Disney. Every single fucking one of them.
There's no like visionary like a Robert Evans who brought on Albert S. Ruddy to do The Godfather in the early 70s. Get that hit novel made into a movie. There's no like, I mean, and Nolan, I know you guys talked about Nolan yesterday on, I have worries for the Odyssey now.
Oh, I would be worried about the Odyssey. Yes.
I'm worried about the Odyssey.
Yeah.
Our buddy Script Doctor posted something.
Yeah, that was like, pretty ominous.
Yeah, I was like, oh no.
Dude, I was out with fucking Zendaya playing Athena.
Well, but I would defend that because at the time, the Greeks were into young boys, and she has that kind of body.
Okay, that's a good point.
Like, he's being historically accurate. That's the kind of woman they would like, who's built like a 13-year-old, 12-year-old. I don't know.
Are you pulling up that tweet?
Yep.
Yeah, he just said that. Like,
give me a second. I'll be right back.
Okay, or
keep
I
talking.
Can grab
keep
it.
talking.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, but yeah. The internet freaking out over Lupita Nyong'o's possibly as Helen of Troy, me knowing it's only the tip of the iceberg. Wow. They got to. Well, I don't know if you remember this, Gary. In the very first Dune film by Denis Villeneuve, there was a character, Liet Kynes. He was told directly, you have to have a character of color. And he was given a choice, and he chose that character, kind of changed the gender and ethnicity. And I guess he was played by Max von Sydow in David Lynch's version, which is more accurate to how the character is described. I didn't think the actress was very good. So it's one of the weaker parts of the first Dune film, but it didn't completely ruin it.
Yeah. Well,
it didn't ruin it. It was just like, what, you didn't need to do that. Let these directors just let them cook. But I think Nolan probably got
that's it's just bullshit. For one, they need to stop doing that completely, because for one, there's no creative who's going to like keep out races, right? That's just, they're not going to do it. but they'll just cast accurately. Like in Night of the Seven Kingdoms, there's black people in Ashford Meadow. I mean, that just wouldn't be, but there is. There's a couple here and there. It's like, but the main characters are cast completely accurate to the book. Like even Tansel Too Tall, she's Dornish, so she could pass for Dornish, right? And it gives an authenticity to the show. And guess what? Pretty much everybody likes it. All sides, pretty universally loved for the people who have seen it. As universally loved as it can get. There's always some dude. There's always some guy or some person. It sucks, and that's fine. That's fandom. That's perfectly
always
normal.
some guy, a YouTuber.
Some guy, a YouTuber. No, and that's fair. It's fair. Like nothing is universally loved, but it's pretty close. A lot of people liking the show, and it's the verisimilitude. It's important, and it depends on how they do it. But like, well, just Black Snape. Black Snape is the most egregious casting choice of the last 100 years. It is so fucking bad. It is so bad. And the worst news is that J.K. Rowling is not involved in the show. I mean, I thought this would be kind of a guaranteed hit. This was a easy layup. This was adapt the books properly, get your casting right, and you have 8 years of a hit show. 7 or 8 years of a guaranteed hit show, cultural phenomenon, people theorizing, loving it. You're getting a new generation into it. And now it's going to be some interpretation from the writer of Succession. And they're going to be trying to distance themselves from the person who created the most popular fantasy series in a generation. It is the millennial Star Wars. You are fucking up the millennial Star Wars. And it will be a shit show on so many levels with the fandom. They are so worried about the 0.004 trans people are going to complain. The 10 trans people are going to complain.
Right.
When they really need to be worried about is the fucking Harry Potter fan base, which is huge and will not put up with this shit.
Maybe it's the final boss of
it might
race
be.
swapping. It might be the final boss. Like it doesn't work when forced. But it doesn't work.
But I think the Odyssey will be a shit show too. I think the Odyssey will be a complete shit show. And it's going to be funny because you're going to see a side of the Nolan fans that might remind you a little bit of the Snyder fans. So that's going to be so much fun to watch, dude. And then there'll be the history guys coming in going, this is inaccurate. So it'll be like, there'll be a war on multiple fronts. And you just got to break out your popcorn on this one. It's going to be funny. Yeah. It's going to be funny. Listen, bad armor or just basic bitch boring armor cannot bring down a movie. I think the movie can be fine if the story is good. Bad casting can bring down the best of them. And listen, Nolan's not perfect. I think Nolan, the legend of Nolan has grown, and he's got a huge fan base, and he's made some great movies I fucking love. And he's also made a couple of movies I loathe. So, not Interstellar. I know a lot of people hate Interstellar. I don't hate Interstellar. I'm not a person who hates Interstellar.
I actually enjoyed it. I saw it last year in IMAX.
Yeah.
Came out limited run.
So, I think the Odyssey will be interesting when it comes out, and then like it wouldn't surprise me if it's an amazing movie. Like that part wouldn't. It's kind of hard to tell until we see. But if Lupita, what's her name is Helen of Troy, that's pretty terrible. And stop with it's a fucking fantasy. It's not historical. It is a specific mythology from a specific fucking culture. So if you want to get mad about Matt Damon, sure. Absolutely. Should you get somebody of Greek descent? Yes. 100%. If you want to go that road. But yeah.
Yeah, I miss the Roman films where everybody spoke with a British accent.
Oh, I do. You know what? I got finished watching A Night of the Seven Kingdoms last night. I had a couple hours to kill, and I was floating around on Netflix, and I came across Spartacus again, which Chris has not seen. Okay,
I've not seen it.
And I haven't seen Spartacus in like, I'd say 4 years, 5 years. And we used to be a proper country. Spartacus is fucking amazing. Andy Whitfield, may he rest in peace, passed away after season 1, died of Hodgkin's. He was so fucking good. And you know, he's Welsh. He was Welsh. And everybody's British. All the Romans are British. And some of the gladiators are like Aboriginal because they filmed this in Australia. So but the way they shot it is, we were talking about this before the show, Chris, sorry, I'm repeating myself, is they were confined by a budget and they creatively solved the problem by not trying to make it look real, which was they took the aesthetic from 300 and Sin City and they made it into a comic book. So where they were stuck in studios and they couldn't film on location in Rome, they just made everything sepia tone. You can tell there's map paintings, and they just leaned into it. And they're like, no, this is a piece of art. We're not trying to necessarily make this look real. So like when somebody gets stabbed, like a wave of blood fills the background, and it's kind of like what they would do in a comic panel. Yeah. And it's fucking rad. It works every time. It's great. Such a great show, especially first season. So much boobs everywhere.
Well,
just boobs everywhere.
You can show boobs on Netflix. By the way, I have the Josh Hawley, Ted Sarandos clip queued up for you. It's 8 minutes. Would you like to
let's go through the short? Do you have the short one where he just talks about Superman?
I don't have the short.
I think I
Sorry,
have the
Gary.
short one.
Yeah. Okay. Sorry.
Yeah, there's a short one. Yeah, we ain't going through 8 minutes.
I found it fascinating. There's also Ted Cruz talking to him. Well, I didn't realize.
Okay, aside from the Superman stuff, what did you find fascinating? Sum it up for us.
Just the bullshit. The way that Ted Sarandos tried to talk around. He really is a good politician. Everything that I think Hawley's one of the best in the Senate when he's at these hearings. He eviscerates people. The bit that's interesting at the end is about the agenda. I can get right to it, but I mean, you could show this and
just sum it up.
Talks about the children's programming and all the trans stuff.
What does he say about it?
He talks about, we have millions of hours and it's a percentage. And he really, Ted Sarandos, he held his own, but Hawley brought up all it's really good. I mean, I was watching all these clips, but I didn't find the short ones. Sorry, Gary.
No, it's okay. We got the short one, the one that counts. Now there's one kind of dissuading that, but they purposely did it to cover their tracks. Like, I think being a good politician, I think Ted Sarandos kind of fucked up by saying what he said yesterday. So they're like, no. Today they're like, no. It was a success. But it wasn't. Let's hear this.
And will this be a fully exclusive 45-day theatrical window?
Fully exclusive to theaters, yes.
And will this be self-enforced? In other words, if you fall short of that?
That is the industry. It is the industry standard for self-enforcement. However, routinely, movies that underperform, the window moves a little bit. And Superman was a little shorter window, and Sinners was a little longer window, but they still could refer to it as a 45-day window.
I guess.
So by the way, he just said a 25-day window could be a 45-day window. That's what he literally just said.
Yeah.
It could still be interpreted as so that you're right. He's a fucking politician, but he just fucking said it. Superman had a shorter window because it was underperforming. Period. End of story. There's no way around it. And maybe it made more money on VOD. I have no fucking idea because we've seen zero real numbers on that. But the fact of the matter was it was underperforming in the theater. That's why it went onto VOD in 25 days.
It's so ironic that Ted Sarandos could be James Gunn's boss after having said that. I mean, I'm just, and I see a lot of things Gunn's announced and all this. And I see your vision for DC. I don't like it and don't care. But it's Guardians. It's everything is being Guardianized. Like, what do you think Batman's going to be? It's going to be a million Batman characters, his sons, Robin, I'm sure Batgirl, Batmite. He has mentioned Batmite almost every time Batman comes up. He mentions Batmite. You could do a collage of interviews of James Gunn bringing up the character of Batmite, which was a stupid character in the cartoons in the 70s, which you may or may not remember, Gary, but I do.
Oh, I remember Batmite.
Batmite is dumb.
And I remember the whole, Denny O'Neil and Neil Adams were actually technically doing it first, but when Frank Miller came in and tried to bring back, Batman as balls, it was to get away from Batmites and Bat families and all the goofy shit from the 60s. That DC was doing with all of their characters. But like the worst person there is, Andy Muschietti was supposed to direct the Batman movie, and the only person worse would be James Gunn.
Is he talking about doing it now?
There's rumors that he might direct it. I don't know. I have no faith in a James Gunn Batman movie. Like zero. Like lower than zero. James Gunn can direct Doom Patrol. That is perfect for James Gunn.
That's in his wheelhouse.
Yep.
It's in his wheelhouse. But everything else there's a sameness about it. And I would argue that he peaked with the first Guardian movie.
I think I don't even think that's controversial anymore.
That's not controversial.
No.
Look at everything he has done since the first Guardians was a surprise. It was different from what Marvel was doing. The inclusion of the pop music soundtrack retro stuff was a great playlist. Now the James Gunn playlist is a piece of marketing for all his movies, and they're not that good.
No.
I listened to all the different playlists. James Gunn, whether you're aware or not, he created playlists for every character. So he created like a Jimmy Olsen playlist, and then he gave it to the actor who played Jimmy Olsen. Spotify featured these playlists on Spotify of every Lois Lane, Clark Kent, and Superman. Clark Kent and Superman had different playlists.
There was no character. He spent more time making playlists for a character than building up Jimmy Olsen's character.
Yeah.
He's a chick magnet. And like, what else is he? We didn't get any buildup of any character. There's no through line of any character. Superman is like, it's the middle part of a movie. It doesn't have a beginning and it doesn't really have an end. It's just like you took a chunk of a movie and put it out. It's really bizarre. And the defense of it was really bizarre. I mean, if you like it, you like it. But man, there's people defending it like their mother worked on it.
Well, if you go back and watch it, it does not hold up.
Oh God, no.
I remember at the time thinking, this feels like TV. This feels like this is not a movie. This is TV. What made them think this is a movie, a story that needed to be told? And also put the lore breaking. I hate the lore that Jor-El is this Kryptonian supremacist. I hate it.
Well,
I hate it with all the fiber of my
X-Ray
being.
Girl, find the tweets where James Gunn is criticizing Batman 89 and Batman Begins. Just you could
the
them.
resurfacing.
They're resurfacing.
Yeah. I think he scrubbed a lot of stuff.
Well, I mean, it's not like he hasn't gotten in trouble before for past tweets. A little bit.
Right.
A little bit of trouble.
Yeah.
I find these just as egregious.
Yeah. But I like that he was honest. I mean, also, I'll critique Batman 89. I
will too, but I won't say it's shit.
No, it's not shit. It's the hero's journey of Jack Napier. if you map out what a hero's journey is, he followed the heroes, and it's about a Robert Wool plays that reporter investigating. It's not through the POV of Batman necessarily until the end of the movie, and then Jack.
Well, that's why
Napier's
like Batman Returns is a better movie than Batman. It is. It's Tim Burton did a better job. The editing of Batman is the only thing I really have a criticism of. It's
very slow. It's very
sloggy, and the transitions are just abrupt. You know, like a scene doesn't like they're supposed to like kind of move into each other, be seamless, and it's just like chunk. Here's next scene. Chunk. Here's next scene. But still like aesthetically fucking cool as shit. What they did with what he did with Gotham and making it timeless. Like you couldn't. Like, is it the 80s or is it the 30s or is it the 80s, 30s?
Yeah.
I kind of like that.
I liked it too.
Yeah.
And Jack Nicholson he's amazing in that role.
Oh, Batman Returns does not suck, chat. Come on. You might not like it, but it does not suck. It is awesome.
Yeah. It's like, again, I've got a lot of nitpicks about Batman 89. But I saw it 9 times in the theater when it came out.
Did you find it, X-Ray Girl?
I had the T-shirt. I had the T-shirt, which everyone had that T-shirt. It was so great. And then Dick Tracy kind of stole that marketing when it came out. Was it 90? Warren Beatty's Dick Tracy put out that movie. And I don't know if you remember, Gary, the T-shirt was your ticket to the movie. You had to buy the T-shirt, and that was your ticket on opening night to Dick Tracy, which looking back, that movie is weird. That movie is weird. Not sure if you're aware. Warren Beatty holds onto the rights for Dick Tracy, doesn't want anyone to make it. Oh, did you find it? Oh, sorry.
No,
all right. I'll
hang on.
No, it's good. You had it.
That's one of them. That's one of them. But they were all over Twitter.
I just think that what Gunn will do with Batman will make it into a comedy. And the serious Batman is something that we're not going to see in Gunn's universe. And that's disheartening. I don't know if he can do it. You know, his strengths are.
You could put that one up.
Different.
I'm pretty sure that's the same one. Yeah. Okay. We also got to find like him dissing Nolan's Batman Begins too. So the Tim Burton Batman is poorly written. The soundtrack is the worst work of everyone involved. And it is absolutely one of the most boring films ever. Not only that, but the reveal of the Joker as the killer of Bruce Wayne's parents spits on the face of Batman's origin. Keep that in mind. Keep that one in mind. Spits in the face of Batman's origin by having Jack Napier be the killer of his parents. It spits on the spirit of the origin, Chris.
Yeah. I wonder.
It spits on the parents of a superhero and is a nullification of the bottomless thirst for vengeance that necessarily drives Batman. It pretends not to be campy, but it is completely so. And on top of everything, the dark creature of the night can't even move his fucking neck. Give me a fucking break. It's a ridiculous, awful film. Tim Burton's Planet of the Apes is genius in comparison. I would disagree.
James Gunn probably said that when he was making indie movies.
He probably was, but like, okay, let's just start with dissing fucking Danny Elfman's soundtrack on that is objectively retarded.
They still use that music.
It is one of the most iconic themes, period. Period. End of story, period. Now, is Danny Elfman as melodic and as like Jerry Goldsmith or John Williams? No, he's not. He's pretty hyperactive with his soundtracks, but he's really good with themes. And he also composed Nightmare Before Christmas, which arguably is a machine by itself. right? But he's also composed a bunch of themes that are memorable. Batman being the most. And it's a great theme. It's a great theme.
Did you see Send Help by Sam Raimi?
No, I won't.
I want to.
You know what? It's a comedy thriller. It is very Evil Dead.
Is it Miss Sandry the movie?
No.
But people have described it as.
It really, that's because, here's why. Because people are too knee-jerk to anything. You mean a woman is in the movie? It must be this.
Blame
always
them.
that.
Maybe I'll check it out. Maybe I'll check it out.
You know what? She becomes a horrible asshole by the end of the movie, and you hate her, and she's horrible. It's look, you gotta, and all what I'm saying, the connection is Danny Elfman did the music. It's Send Help is like a movie. It's like a movie that could have been made in the 80s or 90s as a comedy thriller. Just a really good time. Crazy over the top stuff happens. A little too digital for me in terms of the effects. I'll forgive it. It's in the spirit of something only Raimi could do. There's a scene in the opening about a tuna fish sandwich that I'll just leave it there. That is disgusting.
Interesting.
Disgusting.
So
it involves
find the,
a tuna fish sandwich.
Batman Begins critique too. So I want to continue on.
This is the one, right?
I want to continue on this, by the way. I want to go back to the Joker killing Bruce Wayne's parents. I can't say I was the biggest fan of that in the world. But I was like, at the time, we didn't get superhero movies. So I'm like, whatever. It's an enclosed. I would say the biggest problem I have is killing the Joker at the end. Like that was
stupid.
That was stupid. That was utterly stupid. But I still enjoyed the hell out of the movie. And it really, James Gunn wouldn't be making his crappy version of Superman if it wasn't for Tim Burton. And James Gunn deserves all the criticism in the world. If he can dish it out, he can take it. He can take it. And I will say, Tim Burton's Batman is better than James Gunn's Superman by orders of magnitude. It'll be more memorable. It was more of a cultural phenomenon. And this will be, his Superman will be looked at as possibly the worst. I know it's arguable. Superman Returns is down there too, but at least Superman Returns has a memorable Superman scene.
Well, look, Man of Steel, better than Gunn's Superman. Yes.
Yes. Like,
yeah,
completely. Yes.
Yeah.
Like, not even close.
Yeah. I'm with you.
Yeah. Burton's Planet of the Apes is shit.
Don't give it a thumbs up, by the way, X-Ray Girl. Don't thumbs up that video.
So do we have
G&G?
Was that it? Or I don't know.
I couldn't see it. I was reading the other thing.
Okay.
No,
yeah,
it's talking about Batman Begins.
Batman Begins. Okay. One second.
I want to find his criticism of Batman Begins.
I mean, he was a indie filmmaker, not doing anything. Now he's kind of like,
no, I think
part of the system.
I think he would be doing better if he was a little more humble. And I think that like all this shit like really went to his head. Like his ego is completely fucking out of control. That's what it looks like. So that's probably what it is. If he'd remained a little more humble as a filmmaker, he would probably be open to other ideas and maybe he would have evolved a little more, but he got stuck in his James Gunn-ness. And a studio head running smack, which I love. I absolutely love. It's just not good business. I'm for it, but it's not good business.
Yeah.
Was it from a Facebook post?
I have problems with both Nolan's films. I don't think either one is classic. And I don't even really think Batman Begins is good despite being the first cinematic dark take on Batman. So what? Stallone's Judge Dredd was the first dark take on Judge Dredd. The movie is awful. You don't consider The Dark Knight a classic? Really? Okay.
That movie blew our minds. I think a lot of it was the marketing, the trailers only showed footage from the first half of the film. We knew nothing about what was going to happen in the second half. There wasn't a shot. I will say one of the goofy aspects of Batman 89 is when the Joker falls, it's a cartoon. Like when he goes,
yeah,
and falls, it's actually a hand painted cartoon. And it looks goofy, but whatever.
But like
that movie was a phenomenon. 89 Batman, you remember, Gary? I don't know.
I do. I remember 2 years leading up to it, everybody was wearing Batman shirts. Everybody. Guns N' Roses was wearing them on the Sunset Strip. Punk rockers were wearing them. I was wearing them. Everybody had a Batman shirt.
And that first picture of Keaton as Batman in Time magazine.
Was it Time? I thought it was the Inquirer.
Time or Newsweek, whatever it was. I was at Dave's Comics in Royal Oak, Michigan, where I'm from. And for hours, we looked at that photo, talked not unlike a conversation like we're having now about like the suit looks good, because the whole critique was Keaton being cast. I remember seeing this terrible comedy about Michael Keaton's a auto worker, and then there was the one Gung Ho. It was like whatever, it's fine. Then he was Clean and Sober was the other movie. He can do drama.
Clean and Sober is a fucking awesome movie.
Yeah. So it's like, oh, okay, he can do actual drama, but can he fill the suit? When that, I believe it was Newsweek or Time, whatever it was. I remember we just all looked at that magazine and we're just freaking out. Like it wasn't like, and this is what sucks about modern day coverage around big films, is everything leaks. By the time we see Avengers Doomsday, Gary, we will know everything. The movie itself will be an afterthought. Everything is going to leak and is leaking about Doomsday. No surprise. No, like we know what's going to happen. And the experience will be, okay, you try to forget it, you can't. We would go into things really not knowing. That world didn't exist. There weren't leaks. I saw movies on opening day, which was Friday when they opened. There was no midnight shit. Friday, the matinee show. I arranged my high school schedule that I got off school at noon. I only had a certain number of credits, and I got off on school Friday at noon. I go see every movie that opened in a theater that day. And Batman 89, well, that was later. I was out of high school then, long out of high school. 89, phenomenon. That was a phenomenon, Gary. Think of the hype behind it. You can find videos about the hype behind Batman 89. It was like on news shows talked about it, like 2020.
Oh,
no one remembers that show.
Going back to Donner's Superman, the hype to Donner's Superman was equal to Star Wars at the time.
It was insane.
It was absolutely insane. And we know we don't see stuff like that anymore. I mean, like, listen, leaks and stuff is a sign of like your thing is popular and people want to know for it. So there's the good, that's the good side about it. But yeah, it does have its downside. There are ways to avoid these, but a lot of the studios just allow them to happen. They just are. What I want to bring up is, okay, so he's that critical of Burton's Batman and more importantly of Nolan's Dark Knight, and Batman Begins is fucking great.
I love that film.
Hate the costume, but it's great. What does he think of Matt Reeves' Batman? Really, truly.
Well, even with its flaws, it's better than Superman.
But what do you think, knowing what James Gunn thinks of The Dark Knight, what does James Gunn really think about the Batman? You know he fucking hates it. You know he hates it.
He hates it, and part of the reason he hates it, he didn't make it.
Yeah.
He didn't get to do it. And it's caused a problem for his DCU. You know, I always thought that what DC should have done, stop trying to catch up to Marvel. What DC should have done, make the Justice League movie. Do it backwards. Marvel did a great job building up. Wait. Let me pitch here.
Okay.
They built up with individual Thor film, Iron Man, Captain America. They built up with all these individual films to build to an Avengers. Just start with Justice League and then go backwards, tell your origin stories or single character films. You could have done that. Just
that's a direction. I disagree, because you need to build up to the team and it needs to mean something. And if you start with it, you're just kind of and it doesn't have the impact. You need, like,
sure,
it's okay to do something the same as another studio if it fucking works. Just make a good Superman movie. Yeah. That should have been your all of his concentration should have gone into making a good Superman movie. It didn't. He introduced too many characters. He had a bigger universe in mind. He was mapping out all these things, and he wasn't concentrating on making a good Superman movie with Superman and a bad guy and introducing the surrounding cast of characters of Superman and building up the world a little bit, letting us know, like, what Metropolis is really like. Metropolis just feels like a city.
It's
got no personality, really.
The production design of Superman is weak,
and also,
and it steals from other Superman.
DC
movies.
is not Earth, so make it different. Make it different. It's a fantasy world. It's a complete fantasy world. In JLA Avengers, they established that the Earth of DC is slightly larger than the Earth of 616 Marvel.
God, I miss when we were just picking apart the costume. Remember the Superman, the first trailer dropped and stills, and we're like, the costume doesn't look that good. And then the movie comes out and it's like, yeah, that was a sign. That was a sign that other things were an issue, because he wasn't. I feel like Gunn's pretty loyal because he hires the same people, but he really missed the mark on this film. And who knows what the budget really was. I'm sure it really, when he says it wasn't as reported, I'll bet there's somewhere between. There's a truth in between.
Yeah.
Which is usually the case.
I do not think, despite our title, that Superman was this massive flop. Do I think it eked out a profit on VOD? Sure.
Yeah.
But not one big enough to justify the spending.
Yeah.
And I think they were gaslighting the fuck out of this movie, because Zaslav all along had this plan to put Warner Brothers up for sale to either bump up the stock and not sell it at all, or sell it and make him and the other executives and maybe the shareholders a lot of money, because it has bumped up the stock. Now, sales, what happens to Warner Brothers stock if both sales fall apart? If Paramount doesn't get it and Netflix doesn't get it.
Oh, that could happen.
Crashes. It absolutely crashes. And then they have to go back to their original plan of splitting it up. But that's still not, like, the stock isn't going to go up. The only reason it's valued right now is because of the sale. It's not of what they've actually produced or what they've been making, or it would have gone up before. This shit was at $8. $8. And it's at what, 32 now? Well, I haven't checked lately. Let me check. And but they're manipulating. That's all it is. They're manipulating the market. And Netflix needs it because Netflix has kind of reached maturity, and they know it. Yeah. And they need something they need consistent IP, which they do not have. And they've
reached their sort of market. They reached the cap, the market cap for Netflix. And they need, you're right, the IP, that's what they're missing. That's the other part of the Infinity Stones for Ted Sarandos. He needs IP they can exploit with TV shows, and who knows about movies. I do not trust Netflix with cinema, because look, objectively, they have made some great films, or great films have come to their platform that they bought, like Train Dreams came from a festival, right?
Frankenstein was awesome.
They own an amazing movie theater in the heart of Hollywood, the Egyptian. Next time you come here, Gary, let's go see a movie there.
Sure.
It's a beautiful theater. They restored. It's phenomenal projection, sound. It's elegant. It's like from the old movie palaces. It's incredible. And where is their commitment to cinema? You know, they should bring someone in. They should bring, I'm saying, like, not necessarily Chris Nolan, but a Chris Nolan. This guy's going to be our theater guy. We're going to let him cook. And they really just have a system. Everything has to follow the system. Well, creatively, not all movies follow a system.
No, they don't. They don't. But the problem is, like, that was already ruined. I talked about it yesterday, the dead Hollywood theory. If we have a dead internet theory, we have a dead Hollywood theory. We have a bunch of people lying to themselves, basically acting like bots and saying things are successful when they're not. You know, and this whole fake it till you make it thing shouldn't happen in an industry that's 100 years old. So lying to yourself about, like, Warner Brothers lying to itself about Superman and lying to the public, what fucking good does that do you in the long run? Because you know the truth. And we've had to see this over and over again. Paramount sticking with Star Trek. It's shit. And they fucking know it, but they're going to go, it was a success. You're lying to yourself and you know it. Like, ultimately, you lose every time. So Warner Brothers stock is at $27. So it's down. It's down. And the thing I'm pissed about is Netflix takes over Warner Brothers. Physical media from Warner Brothers is done. Is absolutely done. But here's the problem. There was a tweet going around and I responded to, like, that said basically, there are some people out there who think movie theaters are a waste of time and money. It's important for you to tell them that they are wrong. The problem is they're not wrong in any way. They're absolutely right. They are a waste of time and money. And that is Hollywood's problem. You need to create something of value to get your customer shopping at your store. You need to have something of value. So the hardworking customer who spends their day or most of their week working feels like it's money well spent. Value is a very important word when it comes to that. Hollywood has not provided value at all.
Yeah.
And they have helped hasten their own demise and bring on AI by putting out so much shit. And it's been going on for half a decade. So everybody loves I love the idea of theater. I love the theater experience. But it's cooked. And it's cooked because of Hollywood. It could have lasted longer. It's going to be around as a niche. But AI is going to be disrupting every industry. Why should Hollywood be any different? Why is it important for it not to be different? Hollywood hasn't proven that. It's up to Hollywood to prove it to us. And like some of the sentiment under that tweet, Chris, was blaming the customers. Well, there's just a bunch of fucking dummies going. I'm like, yeah, that's going to win people over. Man, you're going to get them rushing to the movie by calling them a bunch of fucking dummies, you idiots.
There's just a culture in Hollywood that is pervasive, that promotes these attitudes. That's how you get a Starfleet Academy.
Yep.
This is how you get, like, you know, we're saying, hey, it's going to change. I don't think so. I think you're going to see more Iron Lungs.
Yeah.
Which I saw. And because I like little indie films. This was very well done. Markup. I have no clue who
indie films are
is.
a niche. Right?
Yes.
That'll always
it's an indie movie.
But movies are going to become a niche. Vinyl is like, I buy vinyl. It's a niche. It'll always be around. And people have said that for years now, and it's time to come to that reality. But if you we need to save movie theaters for our culture. Okay, make better fucking movies, and you probably save them.
Yeah.
When a good movie that, people will show up, but it's not as often as it used to be, and it's pretty sad.
Well, the trending is not good. If you put box office aside, admissions, that's what needs to be counted. The only thing the French do right, they count admissions, including when they do critic screenings and people don't pay money, like myself, at those kinds of screenings. They count those people, so you know how many people have seen a film. That's because that never changes. Money changes, and that formula, it's not accurate. It's general. But they need to go to admissions and then box office. So 1 million people saw Superman. It made this much money, because pricing varies even regionally, or whether you see a matinee or a premium seat at IMAX or whatever. So count admissions. That means something. That's like ratings for movies.
And they won't.
And
Because the numbers are low. That's
Yeah,
why
they
they
are.
don't count them. That's why they stopped, reporting comic book sales. And now they're just a wild guess because the numbers are low and there's no real way to track them. The other thing France does right is comic books.
Yeah.
They do comic books right. Not anything
Yeah.
else.
French do a couple things right. Not very many.
Yeah.
Not when it comes to armpit hair. Or
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
other, other stuff.
Things.
But counting admissions for movies is the one thing they do right.
Yeah, they're a little iffy on the age of consent too.
They're iffy on a few things.
Yeah. More than iffy, we'll say.
Oh
More
man.
than iffy. Well, let's
We
get to
could
the
talk about French comics, but we won't.
Bande dessinée. Let's get to the
There you
people,
go.
Chris.
Yes, let's talk.
Let's get to the people. As I slowly start to lose energy as time goes on.
How are you feeling?
no.
Like you're being
It's
sick.
not getting
Like,
better.
Oh
Oh,
no.
you need rest.
Master
that.
Austin has gifted 10 Nerdrotic memberships for $50.
Yeah.
Diego Salazar for 3,000 arses says Liefeld probably borrowed, in quotes, Deadpool's design from a Brazilian action figure. In 8990, Gulliver, a Brazilian toy making company, released Future Warriors, an action figure line created using the Secret Wars molds. Google Future Warriors and Dark Lord, and you'll see the resemblance. Check that out, Chris. Well, I think he's like Spider-Man and Deathstroke. Mr. Scotzi for 20 says Marvel only had 7 titles in the 50 comics this year. At one point, will they be forced to bring the Spider marriage back? My son was asking that the other day. Not that I would want the current crop to write it. I don't think they will. They should, but I don't think they will. I don't think they will. Chris, show Gary the LaQuisha trailer.
Oh, you don't want to. I mean, I could maybe next week. LaQuisha is when we started posting trailers, it's about a guy who pretends, a white guy, comedian. He pretends to be a black woman on a radio show. And the best part about it are the comments. It's the most commented on video on Film Thread of our trailers.
What is it about?
It's about a guy who tries to be a black woman on the radio, but he's a white guy. It's a bad indie movie, but it's like the comments are chef's kiss. So good because it's so bad.
The premise sounds hilarious.
The premise is good. Yeah, we watched it on Versus on Monday.
Dr. Doom for $2 says, Chris, I agree with you about the whole leak thing.
With like the leak of like different
Information from movies and stuff.
Yeah. Oh wow, this Future Warriors thing, it's pretty.
Is it pretty
You want to
close?
see it?
Yeah, I want to see it.
Yeah. Let me share here. It looks like Deadpool. Future Warriors Dark Lord. Let me just blow this up. Look, these are the images. That's damn.
Well, what year did Deadpool come out? Let's find out.
Here, let's find out. Here, I got it. Yeah, it looks like Deadpool. Kind of looks like. Let me bring up a different screen. Here. I moved it. Yeah, it looks like Deadpool. I mean, look, he's got black accents on a red suit, kind of. I mean,
Wouldn't be the first time.
Yeah, it wouldn't be the first time. Even like a lot of
91.
like,
so yeah.
Jack Kirby kind of stole from himself when they made the Fantastic Four. You know, that's been documented. But he did that a lot. He was doing monster comics and adventure comics. And then Stanley, we'll do superhero thing. They just took ideas like characters, like even Groot came from
Groot came earlier. Uncle Ben and Aunt May were in earlier comics.
Oh, I didn't hear that.
Yeah,
one.
they just repurpose things a lot. Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with that when you're stealing from yourself. That does a little Deadpool.
Yeah.
So.
Hail, boys. So Superman for sure underperformed. Now with the Senate statement, now just waiting for the budget to release. Can't wait to see those who were saying it made money proven even more wrong, says Mexi Rage for $10. Well, they're going to say it made, according to RMB, it made $300 million in VOD.
That's good.
Seems high, but I don't know for sure one way or another. But.
There's got to be some formula where an accountant says, "Look, release it now on VOD. We'll make bank." And then it was still in theaters when it was on VOD.
Ministry of Wrong Thing for $9.99. Gary, I know this isn't Sunday night, but the whole pole shift thing is starting to look very real. Now I'm seeing reports that the Northern Arctic jet stream itself is weakening to dangerous levels. Yeah.
What is this?
The pole shift.
I heard the pole shift. What'll happen?
It depends. It really depends. There's a pretty insignificant thing where it just basically messes with satellites and a little bit, and then there's we're all dead.
Somewhere between
it's
yep.
It's a pretty broad I can't think of the word right now. Let's see.
Spectrum?
Yes, that's it.
Dude, you're sick.
I know. Hang on.
You can't think of even more words than normal.
No,
and I'm like that now too.
I was just looking for the news on that. Earth's magnetic field. North Pole is shifting towards Siberia. Yes, that is happening. And they're having to adjust like airports and shit and landing. Like it's a bit concerning. Mad Dog for $4.99. Do you think with Dunk and Egg season 2 they will make the episodes longer, knowing the only backlash to the show is we want more, adding lore and etc.? I think what they would probably do is maybe it was brought up on our live stream last week. Do 3 1-hour episodes. Just run it for 3 weeks. I don't think that would be bad.
Yeah, like a limited series.
But the problem is, despite all of that criticism, the ratings are good and the word of mouth is spreading. So I think you just kind of take the criticism for 6 weeks and then it's pointless because then it's all out and you can just binge it. And you don't give up that 6 weeks of people criticizing it, but still talking about it. And the criticism is, we really like it. It's just too short. And it's pretty short. It is. But now you've got 3 episodes built up. You could go back, you go sit down and watch them. And they're great. Blue-Eyed Scorpio for $5. Hey, favorite Gary. What's up, favorite Blue-Eyed Scorpio? A name I haven't heard in a while is Sam Rockwell. Is he still making movies? Yeah, I think I think Sam Rockwell is in the Sam Rockwell film.
Dude, you're good. I can't wait to talk to you about Good Luck, Have Fun, Don't Die.
When's it come out?
12th of February.
Oh, no.
12th, 13th.
Not far.
Yeah.
Not far. These elitists say fuck ICE and no one's illegal on stolen land, yet they never said prosecute the Epstein clients. Funny how the morally pure Hollywood never speak out about that. Let that sink in. Yeah, not a word about Iran right now. What's going on in Iran?
Yeah.
No, they're fucking phonies. Everybody knows it. Even so often, I wish Back Gary's in the opening title would go off as soon as it hits its target. This is Axel Foley. I love that law firm has offered to represent the tribe because Eilish admitted that the land is stolen. There is a legal argument to be made. Says Arg, another name.
Oh, well, here, check out what I'm sharing. Just a quick, share this. This will give you some.
And I just want to thank President Trump and his whole team at the White House. You guys totally rock. I think you should just stay. I mean, we don't even need elections anymore. Just stay in the White House forever and just keep making America great again. You know, fuck the Democrats. They're all retards anyway. Especially Chucky Schumer and Crazy Nancy. Thank you. We should totally deport.
I love that. She's walking it back.
Hey, well done.
Wow.
Oh my God. Listen. What you can criticize stuff, but when you're that stupid, and this is why they don't have influence anymore, and that kills them, Chris. It kills rock stars, and when the celebrities found out they have zero influence last election, that broke their soul. And
Yeah, but they haven't stopped.
Of course not. They're dumb.
They haven't stopped. And the thing here, look, if there's a law firm, I say he's going to end up giving some couple $100,000 to some charity bullshit that'll go to those Indians. Good. Extort these people, make them accountable for their opinions. You know, make them accountable. When you say something like that, it's like, oh, is this what you think? I think the worst has been Giancarlo Esposito. What he said about a revolution and overthrow.
Oh yeah, and 50 million people will die, but that's worth it.
For what? Because you're upset about what you see on social media, you have no personal experience with. And this is what bothers me about my friends that still support the current administration here in California. What zip code do you live in? I see this stuff. I walk my neighborhood. I see what's around. I walk, and you know what? Pasadena's pretty clean. I'm lucky. But LA is effed. It is effed. It is god awful. And by the way, we may have 2 Republicans running for the governorship in California because the people running as Dems, they can't get, it's the top 2. That's how California works. So the runoff is what, June for governor? I have it in my YouTube queue. I'm going to watch the debates. But that would be crazy if that's it's a referendum on Newsom. That's what it is. He's done an objectively terrible job. You should feel good, Gary, about that because you called it way early. And that could be the result.
The fact that I've grown up to see San Francisco politics permeate the country, San Francisco politics and left to their own devices in San Francisco is like, you can't do I don't think it's fine, but you can't really do anything about it. And it's like, fine, if you stay in the fucking Bay Area and don't touch anybody else, it's kind of like furries. Stay in the fucking corner. Don't let me know you're there and whatever. But Kamala Harris almost becoming president, Gavin Newsom running for president. This should be alarming. Go look at how that city is run. New York, you're about to find out. You are about to find out what happens to a city when it's run by these idiots. So listen, Giancarlo Esposito thinks the color of his skin will protect him. If the revolution comes, they're coming to your house to take everything, buddy. And you'll be screaming, "I'm on your side," as they burn your house down and steal your shit. And you almost want it to happen just to see that. Selly
Akibe
for $4.99. Manga anime will beat Western media because Japan uses the platform for escapism and good stories, while the West uses them to push messages. Yep. And listen, there's messaging in manga and anime too. There is, but there's other things, and it's dominated by being escapism. That's their one job, and they forgot how to do it. And the American comic book industry, that's their biggest failure. They try other things than superheroes, but they don't sell because they put no real effort in it, and why should they? They don't make enough money because most of the money goes to manga and anime. They lost a couple of generations, you know? Gary, maybe you and the missus should move back to California in with Billie Eilish. After all, no one's illegal on stolen land. She got plenty of room. But I'd have to live with Billie Eilish. I'd rather be homeless. The last time I was excited about the Super Bowl was when we got free tickets for the one in LA. Maybe we'll watch the Puppy Bowl or catch up with season 3 of Fargate. I think you should catch up with season 3 of Fargate, Duke Devil. That's, I mean, arguably the best season. Arguably the best season. 6 scale Mando for $10. What do you think is the over-under on before Dana stabs Josh in the back to become CEO? I'm guessing at least 1 year. Oh, that's a good question. She was in line to be the CEO, and it was the controversies with Kamala Harris that I think prevented her from that.
Oh.
That's my guess. My uneducated guess. The Cardinals aren't boring. They suck, and they need to be sold for parts and never return. And this halftime show is going to be boring because, so do a TOS stream. I should. Coming from a black person, I wish there wasn't random black people sprinkled in A Night of the Seven Kingdom, as the only black people were from the Summer Isles and Nath. Well, yeah, I mean, there's other, other parts too, but yeah, they weren't, if they were in Westeros, it was indentured servants, maybe some merchants, but like merchants being that far inland, like on coastal areas, it would make sense. But 1 hour into Return of the King in the theater again. 1 hour until Return of the King in the theater again. Can't wait. Oh, have fun.
Nice.
That's going to be fun. Sebastian Howard for $10. When I saw Superman opening night, it was packed, but I could imagine word of mouth made it do badly. There were things I like in the movie, but Gunn kept on undercutting serious moments with MCU humor. Yep. Cleveland Guardians is clearly the worst name and logo in the four sports. Yes, it is. For Corn Pop's sake, we need the Indians. Also, bring back the Hartford Whalers. It lost all personality. All sports did. I still don't understand Gridiron. Don't bother now.
I like the LA Avengers. I had season tickets. My kids were little. It was cheaper than going to the movies. We had a great time. It's arena football.
It was arena football. Okay.
And they played it at the Staples Center, then the Staples Center Crypto Arena. I hate that name.
What was fun was indoor soccer. You remember indoor soccer?
I don't.
Yeah.
No.
So they used to play soccer in like little arenas with a smaller field, and it was way more exciting.
It was fun because these other types of sports, they try harder for your business. Tickets are cheap. Season tickets really cheap. They would do giveaways every game. They do some free giveaway, hats, jerseys, mugs. Like it was awesome. I took my kids when they were little. They would always get on the Jumbotron. I don't know how, but my kids were like so pumped. They'd always get on the Jumbotron. They loved it.
Sebastian Howard for $10 says, I remember when Kevin Smith wasn't posed. He had a podcast, Fat Man on the Batman, and he liked 89, but cried about Returns because it was too violent because it was supposed to be a family movie. Shut up.
He still has that podcast.
Yeah, it's still around. And is it still filmed in the Cantina Bar? No.
I have some inside news about that Cantina Bar.
Is it still around?
I know the owner. It's still around. They're moving to Burbank, right where the AMC Burbank 16 is, by the Batman statue.
Oh,
they're constructing it now.
That's a good move.
It'll be by the end of the year. I'm not sure.
Will Cliff still be the doorman there?
Probably not. But
will he card me?
But they're gonna turn it into a place where you go and you can do play gaming. It's more than just a bar and food. It's gonna be gaming and a lot of other stuff.
That's smart.
I talked to the owner. It's gonna be fun.
Yeah, I mean, as far as bars goes, cool atmosphere.
Had a cool vibe.
Nerdrotic, go on the B-Sup one day and chat with Jedi about Interstellar. Really hated it. Might be a fun chat. Also, which is more fun, A Knight's Tale or Night of the Seven Kingdoms? Oh, it's hard to say right now, but I like them both. We got to wait for A Night of the Seven Kingdoms to finish. I think it could be the best show of the year. It could be.
What's coming out that could even?
I'd go on B-Sup. They haven't asked, but I'd definitely go on for sure. That's a great podcast.
I'm trying to think.
And Movie Cynic, good guys.
Trying to think TV wise, what's coming out that would be better than that show. Can't think.
What, A Night of the Seven Kingdoms?
Yeah. What's going to be better?
What's going to be
coming out this year?
I mean, potentially like The Gentleman season 2 or Mobland season 2.
Mobland, yeah.
Ooh, Mobland.
Yeah.
Mobland would be up there. That first season was amazing.
Did you see that Chris Nolan said he was interested in doing a Bond film, but was told he would have to have no say in the final cut? No hope for Bond. Yeah, Mikey, that's goddamn, that's fucking retarded. If Nolan wants to do a Bond film, you say yes.
Yeah.
And why wouldn't you give him final cut? If there's anybody who's earned final cut, it's him. That makes no sense. Fucking Bond. These people are stupid.
Yes, they are.
If that is true, that is the dumbest thing I've heard today. And maybe all week. I would love to see a Nolan Bond film. Yeah, it would be grounded again. Denis Villeneuve doing one feels, I honestly don't think that's going to be any different than a Sam Mendes Bond movie. I think Sam Mendes has more levity in his directing and his works than Denis Villeneuve. He's very serious. And I don't think Bond should be very serious the whole time. I think there should be a balance of it being fun. If Guy Ritchie was still Guy Ritchie, like The Gentleman TV show was the most Guy Ritchie thing I've seen, because his last couple of movies felt like work for hire, to be honest with you. The Gentleman's great. The movie is great. I'd love to see Guy Ritchie, like prime Guy Ritchie, do a Bond movie, because that could be both serious and fun. Today, that football video would be for Bad Bunny dress shopping. You have to shop for 10 tacos at 4 trucks, but ICE is after you. Run to the border. Oh, boy. The Pro Bowl was guys playing flag football in Moscone Center last night. It was not. Oh. Really? Remember Moscone Center, Chris? Remember when they had WonderCon there for like 3 years, and it was huge?
I loved it. It was great.
The music industry was broken by streaming and Swedish pop songwriters. Yeah, it didn't adapt. Thank you, Liefeld. Meat Slave for $6.99. I remember in the 90s when you had hit songs in all genres of music that everyone knew and loved. Forget great songs. Music isn't fun anymore. Nope. Yeah. VJ the Vigilant for $5. The lefties are trying to laugh at Kid Rock doing the TPSA halftime show. Not a huge fan of his, but you can't tell me Bad Bunny is any better. No, he's not. Are you enjoying Stargate SG-1? How far have you gotten in the series? I'm about halfway through season 1 now, and I'm enjoying it. Yes, I am very much enjoying it. Commercials have not been good since the InBev moved marketing from Anheuser-Busch to St. Louis to New York City. Midwest humor was replaced by New York gays and feminists. Not wrong there, Matthew. Doge Pal for $2. The Nintendo Switch 2 boycott was an utter failure. There was a boycott? What was the boycott over? It being too expensive? X-Ray Girl?
I don't know.
I didn't realize that there was a boycott, but maybe I didn't catch on to that.
Mm-hmm. To be fair, the party was Deadpool Wolverine. If I created Deadpool, I'd be pissed too. Yeah, I mean, you could be pissed. Like, I'm not saying he shouldn't be pissed, but in the grand scheme of things, there's being pissed, and then there's going on a years-long tirade over not getting invited to a party. It just, you know what? It makes you look soft. It does. I like it. So both things can be true. I love his criticism of Kevin Feige, and I think it's accurate. The motivation behind it is it's like, be pissed for a month. You know?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Also, why would you want to go to a party where they don't want you there? Like, F those people.
And it's a fucking Hollywood party. Those things are so fucking overrated, right? Not that I've been to many. I've been to 2. But they're not fun. I didn't find them that fun. No, I don't drink, so. They're really insecure now. Certain files have dropped. They should be, Axel Foley. They should be. How would an entertainer become ubiquitous in 2026? You're using big words there, Chris.
Ubiquitous?
Yeah.
It's almost, let's see how Candace Owens pronounces it. Have you seen that video where Candace Owens has all these horrible pronunciations?
Yeah.
She seems like a
I'm
moron.
the last person on earth who could criticize her.
Well, I wouldn't,
but I admit I'm retarded.
She sounds like a moron.
No, she is. She is. She's a fraud. She's always been a fraud. How is this not news to everybody?
Yeah.
She was a massive SJW.
And then she switched.
And
now
switched.
She's a
and everybody.
Conspiracy person. But like her conspiracies, I don't think are going to come out to be truthful at this point.
You don't think?
Yeah, I don't think.
I don't think.
It's a wild guess.
What French Secret Service is flying Egyptian planes to what? She's always been a fraud, and then the conservatives embraced her because she was basically conservative DEI, and they fucking loved her. And sure, she might have had some pre-written takes. I don't think she really believes anything she fucking says, but that's just my opinion. And they embraced her, and they created the monster because it was conservative DEI. And listen, one of the biggest disappointments, although I shouldn't be disappointed at all, has been the conservative Con Inc. commentators who are just, so many of them are just flaming out, absolutely flaming out. And that usually happens when you're not really about the cause. You're not about the cause. You're putting up a front because, most people can only put up a front for so long, right? There are people out there who are still with it and down with the cause, and good for them. And this is not necessarily me agreeing with them on everything, which I don't with anybody. But if you're down for the betterment of the country, that's good. That's a good belief to have if that's what you think is better for the country. When you're out there and it's just fucking Hollywood, except it's Con Inc. That's bad. It's actually bad. It does a ton of fucking damage. It does a ton of damage, and it is it's been nothing but a disappointment. But that's why the right loses so much. Because for one, they didn't take pop culture and culture seriously, right? And the ones who pretended to, and some do, but the ones who pretended to were just reverted back once they thought they got a win. It's just fucking stupid, right? Thinking you won the culture war with one election. It's like, you got a victory. Great. Lots of hard work to do. But now everybody's fighting with each other and everything's gone to shit. So,
yeah, it really diminishes everyone involved.
Yeah.
So, Gary, I gotta turn some coffee into water.
Go do it.
I'll be right back. I'll be very quick. I promise.
Mando was that D+ hit, and they squandered it. Doge Pal, it was a hit. Undeniably, like the first season was a hit.
Mm-hmm.
And season 2 was a hit. But I don't think it was one that could have lasted because the quality wasn't there. And the quality was better in season 1. And if they really would have stuck to the formula of this is a badass Western going on like mini adventures each episode that were kind of enclosed with beginning, middle, and ends with no overarching story that's really dominating the narrative, I think it could have done a lot better. And you just could have explored the universe, and it didn't have to be some big galactic thing. It could have built up to something fun. But instead of using that formula, that old pulp Western comic formula, Baby Yoda and cameos. So they had something there. The problem is, though, it's still derivative, right? It's still just a Boba Fett knockoff with a Yoda knockoff. So it's not really that original. And they still fucked it up. What do you think about Jim Shooter? I think Jim Shooter was one of the greatest editors-in-chiefs in Marvel's history. And proof of that is how many writers and artists hated his guts because he wanted to be good. He ruled with an iron fist, and his era was fucking awesome. May he rest in peace.
Remember the new universe?
Yeah.
Marvel's new universe.
He tried a bunch of new things. He was
Starbrand.
Yeah.
The Nam. There were some great books in there. I still have some.
Michael Golding. Yeah, the Nam. That was, yeah.
Oh, so good.
Elliot Page is going to play Hermes.
Is that real?
I've heard that before, Jeremy, and I don't know if it's a joke or if it's real. Talk about James Gunn. We did. Thank you. There's a new Guy Ritchie movie called The Gray in April, an action thriller with Cavill, Gyllenhaal, Rosamund Pike, and Isa Gonzalez. Could be good. Yeah, I'll check it out. F off with this race swapping bullshit. Or rape swapping. You don't want to rape swap either. Will you buy the Spider-Man Superman #1 in April? Super Frandaman.
It's a gimmick comic. It's not going to be any good. Why bother?
Yeah, probably not. Probably not. I have the OGs, and they're great. I like these streams so much more than FNT. 3 people is perfect. After that, it gets crowded. Everyone talking over each other. Yeah. That's why we offer variety here.
There you go.
Yeah, Super Frandaman for $5.99. Did you guys react to the terrible Jurassic Park Super Bowl ad? We did. We liked it. The use of AI and de-aging on Sam Neill, Laura Dern, and Jeff Goldblum were awful. It didn't look great, but it was funny. It doesn't need to look great.
You can overlook that with good content.
Yeah.
It was the concept that was great.
But the problem is, yeah, again, it's like the most talked about ad will be just somebody going back to a 30-something-year-old movie.
Yeah.
There is something to be looked at with that. Nolan has officially joined the Film Actors Guild along with Matt Damon, says Napsky. Yeah, we might have lost him. What did you think of Peacemaker? I thought it was good, had good build-up. The season finale was horrible and was just like an okay, good ending. Sebastian, I despised it.
I hated it more. It was bad. That's the follow-up to Superman. I'm supposed to watch that show. Yikes.
Yeah, and I liked The Suicide Squad, the movie. I did like that movie. But
yeah, I did
what they did to Peacemaker's character in both seasons of Peacemaker, in my opinion, sucked. And if this is the case, I have zero interest in the Odyssey, maybe on streaming. Also, hail the Fellowship and Show Rocks. Keep on trucking. Thank you, Big PD81. We appreciate you. And we also appreciate Sebastian Howard. Thank you very much. Hey, Gunn, people still quote over 20 lines from 89 Batman. Tell me, what lines do people quote from Superman 25? Hack. Is there any quotable lines from Superman 25?
No. How about no?
Begins is good, but the fight scenes are awfully shaky cam garbage. There's a little bit of shaky cam there, Sebastian. Not going to deny that. Not going to deny that. Thank you. Donald J. Trump on the Streamlabs side for $5 says, see our beautiful First Lady Melania at the theater. There's a lot of fashion, which who the hell cares, quite frankly. Don't tell her I said that, but there's also a lot of favorite president behind the scenes. It's done so well, so fantastic. It's done so well. It's a great movie. Chris has seen it. I have not.
It's okay. It's no more or less a piece of propaganda than anything put out about other topics like gay rights or censorship or whatever. They're all funded by some organization. Brett Ratner made it look too good. It's too pretty with these sweeping shots. You can tell it was rehearsed and like scripted. It's too fake for me. So I didn't like it for different reasons than other people don't like it. I don't like it, but I did like the stuff near the end with the actual inauguration and getting like a fly on the wall view of like Biden and Harris coming in. You see the looks on their faces. They look like puppies that did something wrong. It shat on the floor and they know they're in trouble. The second half of the film is better, but there's my capsule review of Melania.
Druid Khan for £5 proper money. Whenever there's a problem or a disaster on the news, my first thought is wondering when Netflix will make a documentary about it. Immediately. Or like 50 more true crime shit that women like to watch because it's a fetish.
Yeah.
It's a fetish. I'm surprised Amazon didn't buy Warner Brothers. Yeah, I'm kind of surprised they weren't in the running either for the Lord of the Rings IPs to make Rings of Power with more than just the appendices. I was wondering about that too. I'm surprised Apple didn't try. There was rumors of Apple buying Disney. Why not buy Warner Brothers? Brandon Sanderson going over to Apple and him having pretty much total creative control is interesting. I think that's pretty interesting. Zack Snyder and Chris Nolan, peak DC, shake my head, R.I.P. Batfleck. I think the Batfleck movie could have been good. I think that could have been really good. Yeah. Sebastian Howard for $2. Gary, have you read Absolute Batman? I have not. I've heard a lot of good things, though. Lots and lots of good things. I think the art's grown on me a little bit. I've seen a lot of the art. The covers are pretty good. They're pretty fucking good. But yeah. I'm glad I'm happy for comic stores that they have something to sell and they're making money. So good for that. And if people are enjoying it, great. You go get them, Tiger. I kind of Batmaned out, to be honest with you. I'm a little Batmaned out. I like Batman a lot. But to guarantee a future for the comic book industry in America, they need to get to their... Because right now it's a Batman industry. It's not a comic book industry. It's a Batman industry. Batman dominates the charts.
And Spider-Man.
Spider-Man's not even on the charts right now.
Really?
No, Marvel has destroyed Spider-Man. Utterly destroyed Spider-Man. They're fucking terrible. Like, the thing is, Warner Brothers has owned DC Comics for a long time, and for a long time, Warner Brothers was a great owner because they left them with their autonomy, right? They let them run their shit. And for a long time, DC Comics was way more friendly to fans and to retailers. Marvel was always smug, always had a really smug attitude towards fans and retailers. And when Disney bought them, for like a nanosecond, I'm like, maybe things will get better. They got worse. French comics are shit now, like the rest of the West. Sorry. Well, I haven't read any new ones. I know Heavy Metal's back, and it's pretty good. But that might be more American influence now. They should just translate older French comics. I'm a strong proponent of that. Like, Read Blueberry. Shit's great. Question of the day. Name an 80s pop star that varies goods that varies goods at usernames and passwords.
Oh, that's very good at usernames and passwords. Kenny Loggins.
Yeah.
Get it?
Well, it says very goods at usernames and passwords. Kenny Loggins. Haha.
That's a good one.
That is good. Psychotic Mongoose has gifted 1 Nerdrotic membership. Thank you very much. What's up, brother? I have an idea where a boycott could work. May I PM? DM, you mean? Well, just tell us.
Private message, yeah.
Private message, direct message.
Just listen, I am not big on boycotts. I'm not big on boycotts. I think they're largely performative. But if you chose not to go to GalaxyCon because they won't allow Dean Cain to go for his political beliefs and basically came out and said it. So there's a lot of people who get banned from things. And we don't know the whole story. We don't. Now, banning people from a convention for their beliefs, their political beliefs, is wrong. It's bullshit. Especially if you're a con that's trying to get has broad appeal. And despite Dean Cain's political views, pretty much generally a universally loved guy, aside from some twats on Twitter. Everybody loves Dean Cain. Dean Cain's also a genuinely nice guy, family man. Yet, I bet if I go to, let's do that right now, Chris. We got a second. Let's go to GalaxyCon and let's go down the guest list. GalaxyCon. GalaxyCon is where? I don't know what city it is this time. I don't know what city banned
Columbus?
Columbus, Ohio.
Are there more of them? Okay, I'm on their page. Are you sharing?
There's different cities that it's in.
When's the next one? Which one was he banned from specifically?
Ooh.
You want the...
Let me see. Here, Chris, you can share. I'll check which one.
Yeah, I can go.
Well, there you got Giancarlo Esposito who just said, whoa, don't scroll up. We have Giancarlo Esposito who just said 50 million fucking people can die. So you're okay with that? See, that's not consistent.
Shatner's there. It seems like it's one of those.
I think showing Giancarlo Esposito that's perfect.
18 different events.
As Dean Cain said, 50 million people can die, and that's cool in the revolution. Has Dean Cain said that?
No.
No.
Well, this con is like one of those where it's sort of very generic. I find cons like this kind of boring, like Reed Pop. They get the lineup of guests and they just do it in different cities. It's one of 18 cities.
It's celebrity petting zoos.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Celebrity petting zoos. That's what they are.
We got Nashville, Oklahoma.
So what's the first one coming
Richmond,
up?
Raleigh, North Carolina.
That's Animate Raleigh. So go to Richmond.
Okay.
Go to Richmond. Click on Richmond and see who the guest lineup is.
Yeah.
Tickets on sale now. Get involved. Scroll up. It should be up on guests. Hit guests. Celebrities. Let's hit celebrities. Okay. Hayden Christensen. Great. William Shatner. Great. Keith David. Awesome. Kevin Smith. Piece of shit. B.D. Wong. Good actor. Keep going down.
Yeah.
Wayne Knight. Keep scrolling. Grant Gustin. Sean Gunn is there. Tyler.
Michael Rooker.
Tom Welling. Awesome. Got a DUI. Brandon Routh. Steve Burns. Steve Guttenberg. Terry Farrell. I'm liking this guest lineup. Ethan Peck. Terrible.
How does Dean Cain not fit into this caliber of people?
Well, I mean, again, if you bring Giancarlo Esposito, Mr. 50 million people can fucking die, but you deny Dean Cain, then you're just a piece of shit hypocrite. You just are. You just are.
These are voice
I know
actors.
Dean Cain's trying to be nice because he's a nice guy. I don't have to be nice. Fuck this con.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just disappointing, like I don't go to LA Comic-Con anymore.
Nope.
Because I just
fuck LA Comic-Con.
Obviously not welcome, but it does make me sad that this is how we think of.
There's enough cons to go to, so we don't have to go. I don't care if we're like I don't expect to be allowed at any. I don't care. But not allowing you are a veteran of San Diego Comic-Con, like a long-time veteran of putting a panel.
San Diego has not. I did do a panel this year.
Yeah, you did.
So,
but I mean, that relates to other cons because San Diego Con is the OG. So there's no reason why LA Comic-Con should not allow you to do panels. Period.
That was strange.
Period. But there's plenty of there's MegaCon out there. MegaCon is a good con, and it's bigger than San Diego now. It's a bigger con. There's more people who go to MegaCon than San Diego Comic-Con, like by a lot now. I think by 20 or 30,000 now. So you can go to MegaCon and, we'll have a panel there. We'll have a meetup there. They're pretty good on comic book booths. A lot of these petting zoos, celebrity petting zoos don't have a lot of comic booths there. But yeah, fuck them. Wonder Man was one of the best characters on the Best Avengers run with Steve Englehart and George Perez. That was a great run, Johnny Skinwalker. No doubt about it. He took down the Grim Reaper. His fight against Vision was epic. Give him his due, Gary. Oh, he's done some good stuff, but I still, he's kind of generic. And I've always seen him that way. I don't hate him. But I'm not going to rush out and buy a Wonder Man comic, and Wonder Man was not the reason why I bought Avengers comics. But I didn't mind him being on the team. He was a good team member. But Englehart, great writer. Great writer. Great versatile comic book writer. Could write for Marvel and DC equally as well. Did some great Batman stuff. Gung Ho was one of the best blue-collar movies. Toyota found it so accurate that they had their Japanese staff watch it before coming to America. Yeah, I got a soft spot in my heart for Gung Ho because I worked in the auto industry and also Tommy Boy. Is Chris excited about California creating a mileage tax that will see him paying $500 to $1,000 more than the gas tax he is paying now? Asked Matthew Hammond.
No, I think it's terrible. That would probably get me to move. It's really, I don't drive that much anyways. I mean, I drive to the movies. I walk to the grocery store. I don't know. It would affect things for sure.
George Perez greater than John Byrne. Chat said that.
I don't know. I mean, I like George Perez covers, like Crisis on Infinite Earths, man.
Okay.
George Perez, that was
both legends, all-time great legends, unique in their styles, groundbreaking, both part of huge comic books. Comic books would not be what they are today without either of those two gentlemen. Nothing but respect for both of them. I would say on a technical aspect, I think you'd have to give it to George Perez. George Perez, his quality stayed up throughout his career. John Byrne got a little looser as time goes on, but I mean, I am a John Byrne guy. I fucking like John Byrne is Jack Kirby Jr. Like he prolific. And I love his style, but if you really want to get down to like the technical aspect, I mean, fuck, Perez was so good. That's a good comparison though. It's like, you'll get people arguing on both sides, and both arguments will be pretty good. I meant race, says Big PBD A1. Yeah. Brioff. Brio.
Sorry.
Brio Phi Rule.
Brie of Hyrule.
Brie of Hyrule.
I'm so sorry.
For 14 Canadian pesos. Hollywood has gone to shit. JK did nothing wrong. She needs to be involved in the show. I received death threats over playing Hogwarts Legacy. Yeah, they're kowtowing to the wrong people, as usual, and they will pay the price. They will pay the price. Harry Potter could have been the biggest show in the world, period. The biggest scripted show in the world. It could have made them lots of fucking money, and now it might not. How are people saying good things about Absolute Batman when they have him breaking the arms of white people for being white? I don't know. I haven't read the book, Kevin. I don't know. Can't wait for the bait and switch with some of these good shows. We all know it's coming. Unless they like completely fuck up the adaptation of A Night of the Seven Kingdoms, I don't even see how that's possible, but you never know. Gary, the sound design of Bone Temple is so good, especially the ending. You should watch it in a theater, not a stream. My sound system is really good at home. It's really good. It's really, really good. Dolby Atmos. Chris, was the sound in Bone Temple good? What did you think of Bone Temple?
Yeah, it was really good. I enjoyed it. The ending you would appreciate. The ending you'd appreciate. Gary, you should watch it.
Well, it'll be on streaming, in a week?
Yeah, watch it streaming.
Yeah, I'll watch it streaming.
The sound, the end.
No, but
great.
now I know what you're saying. Listen, I don't want to disrespect Random because he's right. When it comes to streaming, sound is not as good as even a Blu-ray, right? Or a 4K Blu-ray. It's just not as good. Still, it depends on where they stream it because like HBO Max is kind of dog shit.
Yeah.
It's kind of a dog shit platform. Apple TV, kind of a dog shit platform as far as like, God, it's some of the stuff doesn't even look like Blu-ray. Like it's bad and it's not my internet connection. Netflix, on the other hand, their shit looks clean. Like they got it down. Their 4K is good. We'll never boycott. Saw William Shatner, Gina Carano, Rosario Dawson, George Takei. Yeah, George Takei going to any of these cons has said worse stuff than Dean Cain ever has. First comment. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Peter Piper Pickled for 2 British pounds. Any good zombie movies coming? Chris?
No. Not that I'm aware.
I mean, Bone Temple just came out, I guess.
Bone Temple.
Kind of a zombie
movie.
See
that on streaming. I enjoyed it, especially the end.
Is creating a comic book a sport? El Tardo Fat. Is creating a comic book a sport? No, it is not. It is not. It is a creative endeavor. There's lots of competition. Lots of competition. That's it? X-Ray Girl? We done?
There's some member messages up top.
Okay. Good day, Chris, Gary, and X-Ray Girl for Master Austin. Thank you. Hail Fellowship, holy frack, 5.5 years. Live long and prosper.
Damn.
It's
a long time to be a
That's
member.
A long time. We appreciate you. I didn't know the membership's been around that long. I love my Cardinals, Gary. We suck, and we are a smaller fan base, but we do love our team. At least we are still in Arizona. Good point. But you are from St. Louis, and how many Cardinals are in Arizona? I'm sure there is some, but Not exactly known for Cardinals. But yeah. Hey, you could have won a Super Bowl. You should have won a Super Bowl. You got really fucking close, and I was rooting for you. But is there a Sam Rockwell trailer? Asked Webhead Mike. Yeah, there is. Why does Pink Floyd Animals become more and more relevant? Well, because it's about the farm. 6 Scale Mando, thank you for becoming a member. If the resource students making Kurtzman Trek can't be bothered to even watch any of the real Trek that came before, I highly doubt anyone in Hollywood has ever cracked open a copy of the Odyssey. They are all illiterates. I doubt it either. And pretty much you could go back 50 years, Chris, and probably every writer had read the Odyssey.
I read it in school. We had to read it in school.
Dope Man.
I loved it.
Welcome to the radicalized level. A free one. Why are you guys gay? Hail the fellowship. Baby, we were born that way. The Misfits rule. They do. They absolutely do. Gary, have you read the book Hollywood Babylon? I have not read the book Hollywood Babylon, but I own it. Probably should. Why did J.K. Rowling not fund the series herself and license it? I don't know. I think it probably had something to do with Warner Brothers having the distribution rights. That would be my guess. I don't know if that's entirely true either, of her not being involved or not, because I heard that she was involved. So we'll see how things play out. But I am questioning the writer. The showrunner did his Dark Materials. And if you know anything about what that is, I don't know if that's great for Harry Potter. And Succession? Is bowling a sport? Beardo says no. That jerk. Wow. Is bowling a sport?
Is bowling?
I think he made an argument like any sport you can like drink and smoke, it's not a sport. Then I guess baseball's not a sport. Because Jim Leland used to fucking fire up heaters, and John Kruk used to fucking smoke and drink during the game. So I don't know about that.
One just popped in. Jake Wolf for a $1.99. Thoughts on Travis Scott being in the Odyssey 2?
Terrible. We'll see, though. War. Chris, what do you got coming up?
Hollywood on the Rocks. We're going to talk. I've got Jeremy Boring.
Oh, really?
Yeah. He's promoting the Pendragon cycle. I've seen the first 4 episodes. It's better than I thought. It's really getting good. Better than I thought. It's no Night of the Seven Kingdoms, but I watched like 4 episodes of Pendragon. I was like, I want to watch Night of the Seven Kingdoms. So I watched that. We're interviewing him, and Angry Badger is guest co-hosting because Alan has personal business.
Gotcha.
Oh, okay.
So there you go.
Excellent. What about you, X-Ray Girl?
Poor Choices tonight, 8:30 p.m. Eastern, and Friday Night Tights with the man up there.
Chris.
Yeah.
Cool.
Nice.
Yeah, my plans are kind of scuttled today, which sucks, but
You get better, dude. Lay down, watch the Disney documentary, handcrafted. The link is in the private chat. Just put it in your search history.
yeah. I'll probably just watch a little Stargate, and
Or you could do that.
maybe
You
some
could
more
do that.
Spartacus, because
Ooh,
fuck,
booby.
that show is good. It's violent.
Crazy.
It's fun. It's got a bunch of British actors playing Romans in Australia with Aboriginals. It's fucking good. It's good. Nolan has vision, but no imagination. he's kind of. I'd say Nolan is the progressive rock of directing. That's like technically sound, completely technically sound, but it goes on a little too long sometimes, and sometimes it's just a little too serious, and it needs a little levity once in a while. That would be my only criticism of Nolan is like his films are very serious.
Yeah, there's not a lot of humor in it his films. And also not a lot of romance either, or it's handled in a very simple-minded way.
Yeah, he doesn't deal with that stuff, which is weird because Memento is such a art film, you know?
Yeah.
It's such an indie art film.
He makes big budget art films like Dunkirk. There's no reason that movie needed to be as complicated as it was. It's kind of stupid the way it plays with time. It's like he wants to show off, and that gets in his way. He did the same thing with Oppenheimer. I really did not like Oppenheimer the first time I saw it. Then I saw it a few more times that, okay, I get what you're trying to do. But his movies, like his desire to be thought of as smart and complex, like it's unnecessary.
He is
Just tell the
undoubtedly
story.
a smart guy, and he just he does like to show you, like he's a genius. Like, don't mean to diss him, but like, here's my thing about Oppenheimer, which I mean, it's a good movie. I'll never watch it again. I'm not big on biopics, but Oppenheimer was how long was it? 2.5 hours?
3 hours.
3-hour series of vignettes.
Yeah.
If you look at it like that way, it's a 3-hour series of vignettes that are put together really well, but it's just the way it's paced. It just feels like you're kind of rushing through Oppenheimer's that whole period of time.
Yeah, but I do like the sort of like obsession with science and the unknowable and all these sort of like rock star scientists like Einstein and just like it was an electric time. And where are we now as a society? Are those people even like where I mean, like Fauci? That's a revered scientist.
Well, that's from a time where scientists were rock stars back then. They were like,
it was cool.
He had David Bowie playing Tesla. That is one of the coolest fucking things ever in cinema. Period. Okay, so I'll forever love him for that. But no, like we'll find out when the Odyssey comes out. I'm sure it'll be non-controversial at all. There will be no arguments on FNT about it.
Even if it's true, it may not be. But
there will be no Nolaning.
But script doctor said kind of makes me nervous.
Yeah,
I bet he may have read the script. Who knows?
He might have.
Scripts get around.
They do.
They do.
Are we getting an Odyssey trailer at the Super Bowl?
There wasn't one in that list. It wasn't in the list. It was all kids' movies.
Yeah. All right. Thank you for watching, everybody. Sorry about the low energy towards the end here. Are Christopher Nolan's movies a sport? Maybe. So we'll see you guys on Friday Night Tights, and we'll be continuing a Starfleet Academy. A new episode drops tomorrow, and we will be doing a watch party, and we'll see how that goes. Only 6 years, 2 months. Must try harder. Here, I gotta stop that one. Must try harder. Back to soft modding and hip replacement recovery. Stir craziness. Ooh.
Very important. Let it rest.
Let it rest.
Mm-hmm.
Let it rest. All right. Thanks, everybody. Thanks to the Nerdrotics. Thanks to everyone who left a super chat and donation. You help keep the lights on, and we'll see you next Wednesday.
Peace.
Bye-bye.
Bye.